That wasn't my fault. I just want to be very clear about that. That was not my fault. That was the software being silly, not me. No, there was nothing wrong with the hardware. Mr. Bones came skedaddling in with another microphone. It's just like the layer got turned off somehow, which of course wouldn't have been me. Oh, you like my shirt? I am a member of the Donut Holes. Which is of course a Judge Call a Car reference. All I was saying was happy time zone and happy Easter if you're happy to celebrate. that was the broad strokes of it. Oh, congratulations, and Andromeda Potter 14 on becoming an auntie. Being an auntie is the best. Yay, we can hear very, very quiet. Dang it, did I muck with that setting too? I don't play with things between streams, but sometimes it's a little bit annoying about it. No, I'm still 10'd up plus 10, so I am still quite loud. Da da da. Da 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 da. I can turn it up more, but I don't really want to because I am already like red barring myself. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yo, welcome everybody. Happy Easter. I'm glad you could be here. I kind of wondered if I'd be streaming to an empty room today, but I was still determined to go ahead just so that like the replay gang could have someone to watch this week because I let it run down the last couple of weeks. But let's get straight into today's theme. It is a little bit Eastery, but it shouldn't be too polarizing if you don't happen to be an Eastery person. That's not the right board. I have the Just One More board open just in case, but hang on a second. I just want to check to make sure I put the screen back up. I did. Okay, it's fine. You can look. There we go. So here is today's board, and the theme is these Pokemon have all been mistaken for the Easter Bunny, or they're dressed up as the Easter Bunny, depending on which definition you prefer. There are 4 options there. I've picked some good ones. We have a very strange bunch remaining. We've made 73 Pokemon from Gen 2 so far. Let me just actually update that real quick. So we've made 73 out of 100 of Gen 2. And yeah, as of our last stream, we've made 300 Pokemon in total. So 2, 3. I wonder who you're all going to pick. Anyway, I actually have some finished Pokemon to show you. Against all odds. I've actually finished a couple of them. Well, I finished one of them, but I've worked on the other one. So let's turn the mini player on in the corner so you can see that. And first of all, this is what Steelix currently looks like. Come here, buddy. He is all pins all the time. This isn't his finalized pose, and that is not his finalized face. He's missing several layers from his face. But last time you guys saw him, he was literally just like a head and half of one of the balls, and so like there has been some progress there. Looking quite optimistic. And that is in comparison with Onyx. So they're going to be about the same size, and they're the same color. So face is perfect, no adjustment, no notes. So move those to one side. And the one that I'm actually excited to show you is we actually finished Sizer. Sat down and finished her last night. It's just, her wings turned out a little bit meh, but at least they match. Just they got a little bit clipped by a whippersnipper or something. So this is Stiletto, and this one here we named Led Zeppelin. So Sizor is done. Sizor is all typed as well. I just needed to take some photos before I could post that one up. And I'm thinking about holding off posting that one on Patreon until after Steelix is done as well, and just doing them together, because that one should be done pretty soon. So yeah, Sizor is done, and Sizor turned out so much better than Scyther did. In my opinion, I think I just really nailed the face. Even if red isn't this camera's favourite colour. Anywho, so that is those guys done. Where are her teeth? They are in Sizor. Anyway, so let's pop all these ones back to one side now that I have shown off the fact that progress has happened. Like we have proceeded. Aw, Sizer and Onyx are cuddling up over there. They're very cute. Mr. Bones, are you being a menace? Anyway, I think we know what the answer is here. I figured, like, as soon as I made this poll, I knew who was going to win. So let's just close this off. Thank you to everybody who voted. Yep, so number 2 won with 58% of the vote. Then came number 3 at 19%, 1 at 13%, and 4 at just 10%. Thank you to everybody who voted. Is anybody surprised that the purple one won? But is it a trick? Am I tricking you? Is Togepi nearby to show again? Our favourite deity streak. Oh, well, the short answer is no. The long answer is yes, technically, but it's in a bucket now. And that bucket is a little buried. I did some organising in this room. Honey, it could be either in that bucket or it could be in the bag that I put in the wardrobe. I actually think it's in the bag in the wardrobe. I think that's Gen 3, 4, and 5. And technically 9. Yeah, it won't be in that one. Of course I'm tricking you. Just in time for the reveal? Indeed, for the reveal. Honey, I suggest you just let it go. I will do my best to rummage around for Togepi should we end up in a place where we're taking a break. Oh, you're wearing your donut hole shirt too? You are going to dox yourself, sir. He wishes to show off that he has a matching shirt. Look at how much lore is dropping on this little Easter stream. It's alright, he's got his flesh suit on, it's fine. Alright, let's reveal who is behind door number 2. Was I just tricking you? Is it just a pick again? Is it a wheel spin? No, it's a purple Pokemon. Y'all, there's one this generation. I've just been holding on to it. Now, from this particular picture, you might be like, how on earth did Crobat end up in this lineup?
It's just the little preview at the bottom.
Oh, it is just a little preview at the bottom. How do I fix that? Like that.
Control Z. Control Z fixes everything.
You want me to do it again? Ah. Oh, I didn't know that I could Control Z in that program. Okay, let's do it again. Oh, gee, I wonder who is behind door number 2. Let's erase and have a look. No, it's an actual purple Pokemon. It's Crobat. So this one here, I was looking through them last night, looking for ones that might be pretending to be bunnies, and I noticed this fine fellow's beautiful long bunny ears, and I'm just like, you know what? If I saw that little guy just sitting on the ground with his ears sticking up, I would absolutely think I was looking at a bunny. He's an egg, if you say so. So yeah, Crobat will be our 74th Pokemon for this gen. Let's get all the things updated and get the screen reset, and I'm gonna pay attention to what's going on. Chomp. No, none of that. Crobat. The battiest crow of them all. Yeah. Okay. He's just so happy to be here. He does have tiny little feet. He does. So this is a potato bat, where he is just a ball. And he's got little spiky feet. And it's the wings that I think are going to present the biggest challenge here. And I want to just confess that I don't think I nailed the bats. The Gen 1 bats. So, but Crobat holds a special place in my heart. Like, Crobat always ends up on my final team when I'm playing Pokemon. So, I'm going to have to do Crobat better. Crobat just has to be done better. Can't even draw the boy. No toe beans, thank you. Crobun's cute. Though, I would like to pitch Rabat. If that finds favour with you all. Because it's a rabbit, a rab, bat. Oh good, you can't see that at all. I'll trace over that in a second. Thank you. Are the backs of the wings teal, or are they just all solid purple? Oh, I've got reference images. I can just look for myself. It looks like they might just be purple. But yeah, just like imagine if you were like walking along and you just saw like, don't get me wrong, Cranky. But you saw like this little thing. Don't tell me you're not thinking that's a bunny. Particularly if you saw it on the ground. I'm just going to trace over my joke first. Like, you just come upon this on the ground. It's the world of Pokemon, so you don't mind that there's a little purple lump glaring at you. But, like, you're totally thinking that's a bunny. Crobat. Eh. Oh, they're pulling a trick on us. So, okay, so the big wings are purple on the back, but the little wings have a little scoop of teal on the back of them. Tricky bat. So from the front, they're purple. And then from the back, they have like a little swoop. I'm going to finish tracing this. Yeah. It's just a potato bat. This pen is nearly done. I'm gonna be sad to see it go. It was such a juicy, nice pen for a while there. Sadly, it has run out of juice. Actually, if I saw that on the ground, I'd worry about radiation. No animal in nature is that purple. They are in Pokemon, just not in... It's Johto is Gen 2, right? I've never been able to keep the regions straight, because I could probably name most of them, but I don't know which one is which in which order. I know Kanto was first, but I think everyone knows that. Alright. Also for the name list, I'm seeing Uncle Fester, and... Why is Crobat such a cute eggy shape? Because he just is. I love his little feet sticking out the bottom. They're actually just the cutest little, like, flappies. Cutest little feet flappies. Anyway, let's pick a purple. We have two choices. We have the lilac, which might be the one we go with, or we have the wisteria, which is not the one we're going to go with. I also have the dark purple, but no. Nope. So, this is our bat purple. It's coming off a little blue. It's actually a little pinker than that. It does match the Crobat vibe quite nicely, in my opinion. Sometimes I just have to reassure you that it's correct. And then we have some teal for the wingies, which is showing correctly on the face cam there. We need some white for the chompers. I will go back to speaking proper English any second now. And we need some yellow and some red, which I have in the bucket still from Sizor. In fact, my craft bucket is full of all kinds of things right now from the backlog. Let's just empty that out a little bit. The yellow can stay, the red can stay, the fluff can stay. Okay, they're basically the colours that we're going to need. And, let's see. I gotta say, while Rabbit, I'm calling him Rabbit already, while Crobat is egg-shaped, he's not a shy egg. He's a very present potato egg. He's facing this way at the moment. Just like this is a side view of his august potato self. Just he's always depicted in motion, which is giving him like slightly more heft to the bottom. But that is one potato bat. So we'll do body egg, and we'll do some perky little cones for ears. His little feet are just little flappies that hang down. We'll put a weight in him so that he sits. He'll be very cute. I think so anyway. Oh, glad to have you back, Mr. Bones. Please just let me know if you need me to like stop or anything for a second. He looks so dramatic in motion. He does, but he doesn't look quite as potato-y in motion. It's a trick. Yep, anybody who's going to be lurking tonight, please feel free just to lurk. As I mentioned, I'm just thrilled that y'all are here. I genuinely thought I would be talking to myself today, but this is a very nice surprise. Okay, I'm just going to start making this egg, and we'll work out the rest of the bits as we go. Because those wings are definitely going to have 2 layers to them. So I have to make the base egg of a suitable size. My hook is slimy for some reason. I'm just getting a cleaning wipey thing. What's up, honey?
Hey, pretty lady. Just mute the microphone for a sec.
Sure. It's just giving me an update. Okay, cool. That got rid of whatever the sliminess was. That's just a glasses cleaning wipe. But they have other uses. Why wouldn't they? And now there are other uses to be a fun activity for me later as I pick them all up from the floor. Hey, future Darcy. Darcy, when you're watching this on the replay, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm looking through time and space. Do your homework. Do your studies. It is time. Do it, and then you can do something else for the rest of the day/evening. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're currently having a blast playing the Easter Bunny. Easter Bunny math is not easy at 11 p.m. with 3 kiddos. I have to recount to make sure there's an equal amount for each. Yeah, Courtney, I guarantee they'll be counting, so you need to make sure that you nail those numbers. The sweet honeyed tones of Mr. Bones' voice is central to the stream. They are. He was just giving me a little technical update, that's all. We're not panicking because I'm not here to panic with you. And a panic without skeletons is not worth having. That's true. Because, like, how can you panic without the panicked skeleton noises? Hi, Kenzie! Yeah, so I think I'm going to go square for this base. Because, he's an egg, he's a potato, but he's definitely square. You like crochet? Okay, I'm not saying that name again. I'm glad I hit the brakes halfway through it the first time. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, good. We're at 12. It's a very funny pun. I'm not saying that. I'm so much more fun in person when I'm allowed to swear. But alas, This is the platform we are on, and I like to keep it squeaky clean for the littles. Well, at least, maybe not squeaky clean, but we do our best. Oh, you loved the black episode last week. Your favourites were probably Throw or Oshawott. Yeah. The Gen 5 Pokemon are coming out, like, I don't know if it's just the whole gen has so many extra details to it compared to everything else, but something about them, they're all coming out a little bit bigger than the other gens, but I think that a lot of them are coming out so much better than a lot of the other gens as well. I think when I'm given a lot of details to have to build, that's where I thrive, you know? I am like Jojo Mart. I join them. I thrive. And yeah, I don't know, something about like I find myself more and more often these days struggling with like really, really nailing the really simple ones. And I think it's just because when they've got a lot of details, not only can you cover up mistakes, but you can like, it's one of those things where if you put enough details on something, it starts to look good, even if all of the proportions are off. So, yeah. I am enjoying Gen 5 so far, but my goodness, last week I reached a point where I was just like, I can't look at Pokemon, talk about Pokemon, think about Pokemon. I can't do it. And so we didn't, and I feel good about that decision. You have a name suggestion for Throw and Sock? I'm pretty attached to Ernie and Bert for those two, so you'd be hard pushed to get me to change that. You're welcome to try. Okay, the current name list is not Rabat Battinson, the Wings of a Killer, and Potato Bat. There have been many, many names. You're weirdly enchanted by Garbodor. I love Garbodor. Admittedly, I've never had a soft spot for Garbodor specifically. I've had a soft spot for Trubbish. It's just like, that's just a little guy. Like, don't get me wrong, I was part of the first wave of people who were like, it's just a bag of trash. Nintendo, what are you doing? But, like, it's a Pokemon that wants us to love it so bad it dresses up in trash. And it's like, oh, okay, buddy. Come into my house. You're going to take a bath, but, like, we're gonna work it out. You know? Mr. Bones, did you before or after the cat started watching the stream? Hello to Breeze's cat.
During and after.
Okay. I like Potato. I like Rabat. I like Potato Bat. These are all good. Garbodor has definitely been carnivined for you. Yeah, me too. I think I've already popped her in the bag. I'm trying to stay organised. My goodness, yesterday I had a big organising day in here. You won't be able to tell because the slice of the room you can see I've always kept relatively clear, but the other half of the room has been crowded up with piles of stuff and a spare set of shelves for the longest time. In fact, you've probably seen bits and pieces of it in the background of various videos. Well, we finally cleared out that wardrobe yesterday, and I moved the set of shelves into the wardrobe, and oh my goodness, I can walk into this room. I don't have to step over anything. All of my stuff is in the corner. You know what? Look how clean the room is. See if I can put you back where I had you. Hey, nailed it. The bit you can't see now resembles the bit you can, and it's not been like that. And I've been in this room for, I think it's a year now. Where are you going? Oh, Honey. I just referred to him as Honey as though that was his name. Mr. Bones is currently lying down on the ground. Hey, while you're down there, could you pick up all those clear wipes that I spilled? Thank you. Bartholomew Mountbatten.
Bartholomew was great.
Yes, I see Bartholomew. He is beautiful. You cleared out a wardrobe. Did I find Narnia? Afraid not. But we did find a bunch of long lost treasures and paperwork. Oh, I should put the theme in chat just for people. Hold on. Pokemon mistaken for the Easty. Bunny. There we go. Sorry, guys, I'm just adding the theme to chat for anybody who shows up later. There we go. And we pin it. I did it. I'm nailing this. Here we go. We're just going around and around and around right now. And we're probably going to have to do that for a while for she do be a solid spud. You also love the shrimpified mantis shrimp? Yeah, a little shrimpy. I love my shrimpling, I do. It's just people wanted the mantis shrimp so much, but like a pattern video for that is going to be like 4 hours long, and also just I'm kind of done with that pattern for now. If there is potential that I will go back and develop some of my large ones into patterns in the future. I'm not ruling it out. But in the meantime, I don't feel the need to spend the next month working on the same thing over and over and over again. I don't have the attention span for it. I always want to move on to the next new thing. But the shrimpling was a little compromise. I'm just like, here's a little slice of the shrimp that you can take with you, and it's a little bit more accessible for people, because those big ones, they're a big ask. And in the meantime, anybody who really wants to try making a big one, the notes are out there. They're in the world. Bartok. This is my cue to point out that Bartok the Magnificent is unironically one of my top 10 favourite films. You love my earrings? Thank you. Oh, yep, they're batties today. Hey, they're batties. They match the bat. We're doing a thing. I wasn't doing the thing on purpose. I just thought they're almost books to go with like the book shirt, but then I was just like, no, I want to wear the batties today. I love the batties. Y'all, there is a character limit on the name and you are starting to exceed it. We are Bottega Channel making a Crobat. Question is, did the mantis rainbow shrimp fry the rice? Maybe? Translated so well to a mini shrimpling. He did, to the point where I'm looking at some of the other big things I've made over time, and I'm just like, how well would you mini? And yeah, it might not be it might be something that we do again in future, where I make my big ridiculous piece that pushes all my happy buttons, and then we go back and I create something more marketable. And send that out into the world. So it's kind of like it's like fashion, you know. It's my couture versus my everyday ready to wear. You just made the snail from the 12 Days of Crochet the other day. He sits on your work table. I love that snail. Like, that's why I've got the big chunky one made with 6 strands on the shelf behind me. I was filled with glee at how that came out at a larger size, because I really thought that it was going to come out a little bit more blobby. But nope, the shape held up, and I'm quite pleased with it, frankly. We're pleased. Now, are you the same width the whole way down, or are we going to make you a little bit chubbier? I think we're going to make you just a little bit chubbier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 rows of whatever it is we're doing. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're doing rows of 20. You're bigger than I thought you were. But that's okay. And then we'll go up to 24 for that booty though, which would be, still needs to be lots of 4, but my drift has carried me around. See, that's when the start of my row used to be, and now we're over here, which is 2 full stitches over. Which means I have to work out where to put the thing. Let's see. I think that's a corner. Which would mean that's a corner, but that's too far down. So we'll move that one up 1 and that one down 1. These corners aren't looking very cornery. Maybe we have short sides and long sides. 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I'm right. Sorry, that's my bad. We've got 3, the increase and then 1, and that is the right number of stitches. It's going to get us up to 24. Is this the first Pokemon of the time zone? It is indeed. We've been streaming for about 30 minutes. You can't believe I drift to the right, you drift towards the left. I drift to the right because of how I pull my stitches. See when I pull my stitches tight? All of the pressure is going that way. When I hold it differently, I can get the drift to go in a different way, but like inevitably, it's kind of like yarning under and yarning over. Inevitably, no matter how much I consciously try to shift my behavior, it's going to go back to how I hold my hook and how I do it. So like right now, I'm concentrating on trying to pull the stitch just straight out from the work to like minimize that drift, but it does nobody any services if my drift shifts along the way of the pattern. It does everybody a service if I keep my drift uniform throughout the pattern so that everybody can address their drift uniformly. So yeah, it's one of those things where like until I'm aware of it, I'm not really aware of it. It is what it is. Small marigold. I feel like we actually have a number of dragons that kind of match up with the marigold design at different sizes. Like the fairy dragon with the coin is based heavily on the same shape that I made marigold, just not the same pose. And I actually think the dragon portal dragons are relatively similar as well. Though I have been eyeing off marigold not to go smaller, but to go bigger. I have multi-strand capabilities now, and that means that I could use like single strand for the claws and the legs, and then like multi-strands for the body and make her big. So I've been eyeing off marigold, but not to go smaller. Sorry. Okay, and I'm going to move this, and then we'll round off the little booty. I took a little creative license there, just because we're going to pretend that Crobat got into the snacks. Mini gold. No, maxi gold. And we're going to hydrate or dehydrate, everybody. Maribold. Pillow-sized? Maybe. Fill her with beanbags, make her a beanbag chair. It would raise the question of how to do the wings, because on Marigold I went with those like wire, I don't know, filigree-ish type of wings. And I don't think they translate super well to a bigger size. But at a bigger size we could just give her some proper like... Sorry, I think of them as European dragons, and I don't know how correct that is, but like have them all be like all scrunched up on her back. Because like with the extra room, you could make the piece and fold it up. Don't you? Excuse you? Are you fat shaming my bat right now? We won't be having any of that. Somebody had to look after the Easter chocolate, and he's made sure that it is safe forever in his tummy. Okay, Naked Nora, you're excused from this round of hydrating or dehydrating, because I understand that you're busy being a mineral lick for a rodent right now. Around and around and around we go. Oh dear, I've made the batty quite a fatty. Should have just stuck with the regular potato bat. It's when I take creative license that things start going wrong. I don't like the new interface change that they've made. Y'all are probably not experiencing this, but I didn't notice it last time we were streaming, but this time the pinned message is staying like super glued for me at the bottom of the screen, and the poll was as well, which means that it's covering up some stuff, or it feels like it is. I don't think it actually is covering up stuff, but I don't like it. It used to be at the top of the screen where I could ignore it, and now it's something I have to look at every time I read one of your messages. And I'm just going to chalk this one up to not a fan. we go. Oh, the chubby little batling. You're not much taller than this. Maybe one more row and then we start closing off. Yeah, you don't like it? Oh, okay, it's working for you as well. Okay. We might have to come up with a new way of having the theme. Maybe I start having to like have an extra text element across the top or something. Yeah, Eldritch, I was playing with color gradients in a recent video, and that's kind of like part of the whole journey. Pinned message is still at the top for you? Well, Hype finally hit Australia. I don't know if you guys have been seeing like the Hype thing over the last months, up to a year, but I got a message from my brother the other day, and he was like, oh hey, your video's appearing in my Hype list. I'm just like, oh cool, Hype has finally arrived. I wonder if I can see it. And it is. I can now see it in my analytics. It was great fun to always be like impacted by things you cannot see. You're not going to be happy if it changes. And it might also depend on the platform you're using. Like I'm on a PC. Might be different on mobile or tablet or like television. Anyone's still watching on television? When you host karaoke, you leave a link for people to come up. It's always there at the bottom now. Yeah. Okay, that was 24 around. You've been hyping for a while. I do appreciate the hype, folks. I do. I absolutely do. It's just I haven't been able to see it. And so it's been like this amorphous concept that's kind of been hitting the same as someone telling me, oh yeah, I'm cheering you on. I'm just like, oh cool, I don't know what that means, but great. Whereas like now I can actually see how many hype points like individual videos have gotten across time. So like, interesting to me now because I can see it. Hype hasn't hit the UK yet. It'll get there, don't you worry. I still can't see it on just like my YouTube layout, but I can see it in my analytics, and I know some people are seeing it in their layouts, so like it exists. Can confirm. I don't know, do we want to round off the butt? And then we do little feet at the front. I think you might need to do just a little taller. I thought I was going to finish there, but I think we need to be just a little taller. You've seen 2 hype buttons in several months and you don't understand what makes them show up. I don't know. Maybe it's even that just some creators' videos don't qualify for it. I just don't know. And I'm supposed to have the answers, right? I understand that I am in the position where I am supposed to know, but I do not know. And we're all kind of finding out together. Happy Easter and happy time zone, Harry Chi Crochet. Just had to rip back several hours of work in your knitting. You're knitting a bat. I'm sorry that you had to frog. You had to ribbit. He's just a little bucket. I only see hype buttons on smaller creator channels. That's actually by design. I actually think it's intended to boost smaller creators. I do. And I know that sounds a bit weird coming from, like, I would say that I'm working class YouTube. Like I know that there's like 160,000 odd subscribers on our main channel, which is huge and far bigger than I ever thought it would be. I just want to like lead with that. But like I am not anywhere near the millions people. And I actually think this hype thing is meant to capture people in the like 50,000 to maybe the 100,000, but I guess I'm in it, so maybe 200,000 range, and like help boost those channels that have like got a proven track record and just need to find their audience a little bit more.
Put a lot of work into making this, but I can't show it on the Discord because of the thing.
Oh.
So, there you go.
Oh, you made a Crobat!
Yeah.
He's so cute! Should I show them?
Yeah, of course. I can't show them because Discord won't let me.
Mr. Bones made a picture. I'm going to amend it just a little bit. By giving him a little fluffy bunny tail. Would that be visible down here as well? Yes. He made a Crobat. So yeah, it's Mr. Bones doing a thing. Giving me a second to close off the base of my bat. Can we have 10 of him? Well, technically, by the time we finish making Crobat, you'll have all of the pieces and then some to make your own little tiny bat potato. Don't you go pulling any wings off of Crobats now, though, okay? They don't like being turned into... You know what? I'm going to replace my sketch with it. He needs buck teeth. Don't know if I agree with that. Subtle, but there we go. On the screen. Yeah, so he's all ready for Easter. He's ready to step in at a moment's notice and help out however he can. Those round angry rain frogs, yeah. Okay, time to stuff. And I don't have any Easter eggs, so we're going to go with stuffing and a rock. It's leftover Mareep fluff. Sheep for brains. Are we using safety eyes? Nah. The eyes are distinctly yellow and red, so I do not have safety eyes suitable for it. So I will be getting a little craftier than that. I do have a rock for the booty though. It's quite a heavy rock. Dusty, heavy rock. Are we going to sneeze? No. I'm going to dust the rock off on my pants though. There we go. Pull that dust off. Plonk. Oh yes, you're going to be a fine plonky little bat, aren't you? Indeed. Is he the last purple one? I believe so. Yeah, I think so. Though honestly, we're down to the last 26, and so like everything's kind of the last something to the gen. But we've been holding out on this purple for a really long time. And today felt like the right day for it. Like, I'll admit that he was nearly something else in the lineup. I don't want to reveal who, because I don't want to like reveal who did make the cut. He was... Who was he nearly? It was a last minute swap. I'll know when I look at them. Oh, there it is. Yep. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. He do plop. He is the ploppiest of bats. Here we go. Oh, I hate that feeling. Every time my nails catch on the rock, it's like, oh. Alright, I'm afraid the little picture has to go away, so everybody say bye-bye to the rabat. Boing, 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 boing. And go over there. Just I need the space back. So I can write me notes down. Stuff and weights. He can come back later. I didn't throw him away. I just needed the space so that I could keep writing the notes down for the pattern. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of love for the missing Crobat, so maybe I'll try and work that out. Maybe I could do a thing. Better? I don't want you guys going through bat withdrawals. Ginger Cuba, it absolutely can, just not right this second. Mr. Bones is working something out over there right now. Oh, the most stable batty in all the land. Good job, buddy. Let's make you some tiny feet. Little feet. So yeah, the feet are just like neat, which to me just looks like some picots and single crochet in a magic ring. Feet. Rabatt means discount in Swedish, and I feel the bat deserves better. Well, we're doing a play on words. It's like rabbit and bat. 2, 3. Ah, no, don't just magic ring. What you doing? What you doing, brain? My hands are like, we will keep this stream on track whether you want to or not, and brain is just like, hit, bat. Okay. Little feet should give some little points of stability. Okay, now those are quite big. Do we mind if he has quite large feet? The rock has given him some sides and some angles. Let's see if we stick it out at that angle. No, I do think it's too big. I think I need to go back and try again. They weeble and they wobble, but they don't fall down. Yes, I know the weeble law. Mega feet. Okay. I'm going to try I'm going to have one more go at the feet before we settle. I can reproduce the larger feet pretty easily. Oh, the things that you can do with the magic ring. Sorry folks, I think I'm going to go with little feet. Sorry, trying to work out where the crunchy sound is coming from. I think it's just my desk. I just think it's my desk. I can't make it stop because I'm using my desk. There's 3 of that, and then finish off. I've now created the 2 different foot sizes you'd need for the Babbit. Okay, alright. Alright, okay. But we gotta make the wings, guys. Don't let me give up and not make wings. Because I'm so willing to not make wings today, you have no idea. I need to go through my pins and remove all of the ones that are blunt. Okay, look, I'm not promising to include the mega potted feet in the pattern, but I will take a second now and write them down so that it's at least an option. There we go. I wrote them down. You had one sticky pin and you'd always forget to remove it and then get the sticky pin again. Exactly, exactly. Night Breeze, thanks for hanging out. I just gotta wing it. I do need to wing it. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's just like, I have 100 pins, probably more. And I'm always running out of pins, so I can't get rid of any pins. But I'd say about 30% of them are as sharp as I'd like them to be. Another 30% are usable, and then I've just got some small number of them, and it's not the remaining 40%. Let's not be silly now. I just like they don't even have a point on them. They're just like flat. I'm just like, that is not a helpful shape for a pin to be. Were you ever sharpened to begin with? What is your purpose? Me in the mirror in the morning. What is your purpose? No, but like I know I need to go through my pins or potentially just get more that are sharper, but I won't get more while I have as many as I have, and I won't get rid of any while I have as many as I have either. So I'm caught in a nasty loop of pins. I might even say that I'm pinned in place. Yeah. Night, have fun playing the Easter Bunny. Mega wing, mega wing. Let's not be silly now. Okay, we've far too many years into these streams for you to change the rules now. To be fair, that was never a rule. It just sort of helps a little bit. Gets us all through that Sunday slump. Or Saturday night. Rendezvous? No. Saturday night meeting. Saturday night staff meeting. There we go. That just sounds like Saturday night rendezvous. Staff meeting. I'm gonna have a drink and I'm gonna calm down. Here I go. Alright, everybody say hello to the replay gang. Hello, replay gang. We are 56 minutes in, and if the replay gang has made it this far, then they are true friends to the live gang. Okay. We got feet. Stablest of stable bats. I'm going to make ears now because the ears are going to make me happy. Need to make another hardest working turtle stuff with the grit bag, like the strawberry that's attached to the tomato pin cushion to sharpen them. Yeah, apparently you can do a similar thing with just by stuffing them with steel wool. And I've also seen it, I've been told it can also work with alfoil, but I have not verified either of those two claims. Ears. I'm starting with a magic ring of 4. I'm not best pleased by having to, but we will grow it. Speaking of future time zones, Australia's daylight savings, I think it changes over in this 24-hour window that I'm going to refer to as a day. And my goodness, it's a monstrosity. We just, like, what happens to our time zones? Hang on. Darcy very helpfully posted a graphic that explains it perfectly further up in the live stream channel. There it is. We go from being a country with 3 different time zones to a country with 5 different time zones overnight, because not all of the states and territories change their clocks. WA doesn't, because we are good and sensible. And neither does the Northern Territory, and neither does Queensland. But New South Wales and Canberra and Tasmania and South Australia all do, which means that just chaos ensues. Absolute time chaos. Do I have an emery for pins? Is that like a nail file type of thing? Because I can't handle that sound. Couldn't do it to myself. I've heard that cutting alfoil with scissors can sharpen them. That may be the thing that I heard, and I've just assumed that it meant for pins as well. Okay, that's 8. Oh, you're going to have to stay at 2 before the whole way down, aren't you? Okay, let's do it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, and that's 20. That's 5 rows, which is a lot. Even if you are dressed up like a bunny. Though, looking at the proportions here, you can see that the ears should be about 2/3 the length. Okay, so maybe 1 more row. Those are still a little on the short side. Oh, emery is the strawberry on the pincushion. You missed the other person's comment. Was touched by the stream. No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, no, I've seen those pincushions. My mum had one, I believe. I feel like we've all seen the tomato / the strawberry. It's just, it never occurred to me that there was anything else special in there until I got older, and then I obviously know there's something special about those now. Okay, all right, here we go. We have our resident dwarf, our blacksmith in chat. Cutting foil with scissors does not sharpen them. It can remove the burr and make the scissors cut better, but if neglected long enough, every pair of scissors will need to be resharpened. Thank you, Angry Bear Ironworks. It's very handy to have a blacksmith on hand to answer all of our questions. That's right. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna. Okay, one little ear. Be careful. He can hear you now. He will know if you have been naughty or nice. I know that's more of a Santa thing than an Easter Bunny thing. Nevertheless, he's keeping notes, just in case. Hi.
Hey. Beep. Beep.
Why are you bipping?
So he can say.
Oh.
He doesn't have a mouth yet.
You're helping him echolocate the room. I should just really try better to keep up, shouldn't I? I hear Mr. Bones rummaging like a bear in our freezer. So, I don't know if y'all's algorithms are like this, but mine decided about 2 weeks ago that I really needed to pay attention to this Scotch finger caramel slice from Arnott's. And I got served that recipe like 50 times in the space of a week until I was just like, you know what? Fine. And I made it. And then 2 days later, I made it again. Mr. Bones would like to show his piece on camera because he really enjoys it. Okay. And we can take it away now. It's been viewed. It's been viewed. You may eat it. Shoo. Don't drop crumbs on my work, please. But yeah. I tried to hide it in the freezer so that he didn't just eat it all, and I think I made it better. I think the freezer made it better.
More book?
No, it's all yours, my love. So yeah, just as a warning out there for you, if you have a sweet tooth, that Scotch finger caramel slice is a thing, and it will get you. Oh wow, I think there's quite a significant delay between things that I say and you guys hearing them today. It feels like there's just like a longer delay than normal. I'm used to dealing with about 30 seconds, but this feels almost like 2 full minutes. Oh, okay. Just reading my own chat right now. Oh my goodness, I'm lurking in my own stream. I am the fish. So I've been trying to plan what to do for April, and I don't know. Why does one look big? Why does the first one look so much fatter than this one? Did that one end up being more stitches around? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 stitches around. When did that even happen? Okay, excuse me. Yeah, you were 5 stitches around, but I didn't consciously work an increase. Yeah, no, this is a problem. I'm gonna have to frog it to find out where it went. Because this ear is perfect, like, just to be clear here, but we're gonna have to like retcon it, which is not something that I've ever had to do on camera, so hold please. Do I have another? I do have another bobby pin. Alright, so we want to save the end of the previous row, and we're going to go work backwards one at a time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 single crochet, working backwards. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And mark the end of the previous row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this happened early. Please excuse the crying you can hear through the wall. I live in an apartment, and sometimes you're going to hear things through the walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, did I just start with a magic ring of 5 and didn't notice? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I found it. The second stitch I worked was an increase. So we did start with a magic ring of 4, and then we did a single crochet and increase and 3 single crochet, and everything after that was just 5 around. But no, I did it using a bobby pin to mark the start of the row, not just with a raw count. So the number of rows is still correct. It's just they need to be 5, not 4. Okay, we can rebuild. We can make it better than before. Stronger, faster. 1, 2. What an obnoxious place to have an error. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, stop. Now I've got four stitches in my round again. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 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 no. You will not do this to me. You will not be acting up like this in front of company. That is a magic ring of 4. Sorry, and then I worked the increase and suddenly I only had 4 stitches in my row. And I'm just like, no, 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 no. Oh, sorry, you guys can come off hold. 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. We can now go back to catching our fish alive for 25 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 'Okay, how come there's not enough yarn this time around? I thought it was meant to be one row bigger than that. But I guess that's what it was. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I'm just, it's fine. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks right to me. We're going to say that that's right. Okay, now we shall pin this back on so y'all can stop feeling bad for him. Y'all, I'm working as fast as I can. Please don't make me feel bad. You're gonna start.
You're a good bat. You're a wonderful bat. Beep.
I was gonna say, you're gonna start bipping again?
Beep.
You felt bad for him? Oh, ha 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 ha. Right, 20 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just rewatching the Soul Silver run last week. From that rewatch, you realised that CK made a great choice not doing the post game. Yellowfan, I know why I feel like it was the right choice, but please feel free to elaborate on that, because I did get some mixed reviews. In general, everyone's just like, just do what's fun. And so like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna just do what's fun. You may notice that with the Pokemon Black run that I'm doing, that I'm kind of being a little bit more freeform with the rules just to allow some of the gameplay to happen. Because basically, yeah, I want one main event per episode, which sometimes means that we have to stop some evolutions. Because otherwise I never would have made it out of the forest. We never would have made it anywhere near that gym leader before we had 1,000,000 evolutions. Okay, look, I did the same number of stitches. You're the same height. Why do you look shorter on that side of the head? These ears are the same height. There's a bird enthusiastically announcing it's morning outside. I'm jealous. I love birds. Apparently it's a thing. You eventually hit a point in your 30s where you're just like, hey, birds, I'm loving those. I want to stare at them for hours. And I am there. I am there. I am at the bird watching part of my life. But sadly there are no birds here. But every so often there's a flock of something that'll fly over and you'll hear them coming a mile away because it's Australia and my goodness can our birds scream. So that you can get to watch little specks fly over. I think it would have been stressful if doing until red due to the loop, like the final evolution of the run ended with the Pokemon joining the loop. Yeah, exactly. I would have had to completely recast the team, and I had already made the decision prior to that, and like you'll notice that final episode only has 5 Pokemon made in it as well, because I'm just like, I hit a crab, and I'm just like, I've been filming for like 6 hours, I'm done. Okay, we've had all of the build up and all the drop off, and now do I want to play for another hour while I try and find something else to them to evolve into? No. All roads lead to crab. It's carcinization, okay? Crab. Ears. We need some teeth. I'm a little bit concerned with the mouth here as to how I'm going to build it in, because it's the mouth in particular that I think I failed the others on. Where did my pencil go? I bought a box of 50 pencils, right? So that I would never have to worry about running out of pencils or anything ever again. Do you think I can find that box of 50 pencils? Because it's in this room somewhere, but I just cleaned this room and the pencils aren't here. And I'm hoping by calling myself out like that, no, I was really hoping I was just going to open a drawer and it would be like, oh, there they are, good, thank you. Yeah. Your mouse/hedgehog pincushion is very cute. So the teeth are a triangle, but it has to sit very, very flat against the head. Now I don't want, given the nature of the triangle shape, it's a bit tricky to make it blend properly with the pieces around it. If it was just a stripe, we would do a top lip and a bottom lip and build it in. As it is, I can do a bottom lip and potentially blend it pretty nicely. But it still leaves us this shape here, which I could just build this as one big rectangle piece with like purple stitches and white stitches. We can give that a go. It only has to be 3 rows high as well. So I think I'm going to try that, and then we can just smooth out the edges with some embroidery as needed. You can just sit over there. Thank you, buddy. On my quest to find the pencils, I'll find 5 things I've been missing for years, and you will not find those pencils. I bought pencils, so I never had to worry about pencils ever again. And making the it's the energy that goes into the purchasing decision of like, oh, are these the right ones? They're the blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's also how I ended up. I never wanted to have to search to find the right needles again. I have like 3 more boxes of these in my drawer. I just bought a listing of 200 needles when I saw one. I got them for like 20 bucks. It was just done. I never have to worry about needles again, but I can find the needles. I can't find the flippin' pencils. This is the one pencil I have again. It seems like it's like a Highlander thing. There can be only one. But they have to be here because I haven't taken them anywhere else. Your mouth is not very big. 1, 2, 3. I think we'll go 6 across. And then turning. I'm trying something I wouldn't normally do, because that's kind of the point of these Pokemon, is to help me try new techniques. So I'm going to try an unusual method, and then I'll try what I would normally do. Turn. It's weird doing color changes on the front of a piece, but so it happens when you're working backwards and forwards. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over, and it's either going to have worked perfectly, or I'm going to know instantly that I hate it. Or we'll be somewhere in between, where maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. I actually think that's working. Don't get me wrong, the edges need to be neatened up, but I can do that with some embroidery. It's going to smooth things on down. 1 and 2. And we'll finish this off with a little white decrease on top, just to get things nice and narrow. You. Pencils are on my left, higher up than I think. I know you're joking, but I have to treat everything like it's not a joke, just in case. Because, imagine if they were. Like, hypothetically, I should have put them on this shelf, right? But I don't think I did. There are still some unexplored corners in this room that I will get to. How do I feel? I think that's a nice little triangle mouth, honestly. Like I said, I know that we've got some like messiness that we can stitch over the top and fix. And I know it's a square patch, but it's going to line up with the rows, so at least the top and bottom lines should be pretty invisible, and I think I can smooth out those sides as well as I sew it on. I don't think this is too bad. I do think I'm going to remove that final decrease at the top. And because I did it using colour work, I easily could have, well not easily, but I could have done it as we stitched up the body. But who has time for that? Who has time to work out where the front of the face is when you're 3 rows into a project? Not I, said the little red hen. Should go across the top ourselves. I didn't write any of this down. Chain 7 and turn. And we singled. And then in purple. Nope, in white. 4. Single. Turn. Sounds like the police are coming to help me find my pencil. No. I'm hidden really well this time. They're not going to find me this time. And I should also, any edges that look too visible, I should hopefully be able to cover up with eyeballs. So yeah, we cheated a little bit. But at least it's the right size and scale, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. All right, we need some eyeballs, so I'm gonna whip up some eyeballs real quick. I know it looks like I'm putting off doing the mouth, no, the wings, and that's because I am. I'm putting off doing the wings. We are an hour and 23 minutes into this Pokemon. I have until the 2-hour mark to get as much done as we can on it. And so, like, let's just flesh out all the bits that we do have, rather than focusing on the bits that we don't. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think that's big enough. So I'm starting with the pupil colour, and that's because when I do slip stitches around the edge, it's going to cover a lot of it. This is easier than just stitching it on. I should have done a colour change in that last stitch. Ooh. No, I'll do purple over the top, it's fine. Ooh, the stitches be tight today. There we go. A ball. Eyes. I'm sorry, I can hear the creaking. I'll wait for Mr. Bones to confirm whether or not it's bothering you guys, but I'm just so aware of it today that The
squeaking is a feature, not a bug.
Okay, not the hook squeaking, the desk squeaking. It's like cardboard or something. That's because one of my lights is propped up on 4 empty Lego boxes and a piece of cardboard from an IKEA delivery. You hear that?
Not yet. Nope.
Okay, y'all can't hear it. Lucky you. I am jealous. And then I'll just cover over the top part with some stitched on purple to give him proper angry face. But that's one eye, and I'll just do the other eye. And then I'll have to do the wings because we'll be all out of all other pieces. The wings will be done, don't you worry. Don't you worry, the wings are gonna get done. I think I'm the only one hearing the squeaking. It's okay. The squeaking is coming from inside the house. But yeah, no, I know that normally we don't do dupes of pieces, but I am still committed to the idea of like letting you guys get a better idea of what the finished Pokemon actually will look like during stream. And so in cases like this, it just makes sense. They're little pieces and they don't take very long to like whip up. So let's give him both eyes, both ears, both feet. With the wings, we'll probably make one of each, would be my guess. Ooh, buddy, you need some refinement. Okay. You can see and hear. Yeah, and lick. You can also lick.
I like the teeth.
Oh, I just stabbed myself with a pin.
Ow.
Ah, and again.
Stop doing that. I can't hear it squeaking.
It's an attack. Okay, it's fine. I'm just going batty.
The name is Batter.
The logic is erratic. Potato in a jacket. He's a potato in a jacket! If you need to throw us into the purple abyss to go and fix it, we won't mind. It'll be an excuse for a panic attack. No purple abyss needed. And I haven't flipped the don't panic text yet, and I'm embarrassed by it, so I do try and avoid showing it to you. It shouldn't be showing up on every stream anyway. There is valid reasons to panic, and I have all of my yarn here with me today. So there shalt be no panicking this day. Alright, buddy, we need some wings for you, and we need to work out the scale of them. So it looks like the wings are just a little bit longer than the body is tall. Alright, so we'll go out to there. It's always helpful to me to draw something actually to scale. Hey! Someone got my Batty reference. And we've got a narrow joint up here, and then it's like, meh. There are so many directions to approach this wing from. So we could do a teal layer and a purple layer and then just stitch across the top to get the arm join with a couple of little picots up there. Or we could work it as a flat piece like this, which gets an interesting angle for us. We just load increases along this side, decreases along that side. We get our corners. Or we could do long, decrease into a curve shape, and the finishing off point would be like here. That means that the rows run this way, which can be nice. You'll want to see a little bun tail on him, do you? Okay. While I ponder wings, we'll make him a tiny little tail. Don't panic. What? Don't panic. There's only Knap to nod. I don't know. I think we're going to try doing them this way to start with. And I would do that by pulling them in from this central point down the middle. So, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of, it's not really math, but I'm kind of just like thinking through, because like if each one of these needs a 3 decrease, then it has to start out at a certain size. And even then, we'll need to be increasing along this edge to keep that maintained. Potentially. Oh no, that's only if I'm working in rounds, and I'm not. Sorry. Like I said, we're doing some thinking through here. I think we're going to start with one long strand. We'll curve it gently using some decreases. We won't need this many. And then we'll be decreasing along this edge. Does mean we'll end up with some loose ends, but it's double layered anyway, so we can tuck them in inside. Alright, we're going to try some stuff. We're going to try some stuff, and it's going to be fine, and we're going to have a good time. It's all going to be great, and we're all going to have a good time. Okay, don't need a magic ring to start. Good try, hands. Try the other one. There we go. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, that's 20. And I think that's about right. This is top. So we'll start with chaining. We'll chain 20 and turn. We'll do a little slip stitch and then single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 5. I could be trying this on my drawing more often, but it's fine. Okay, well, we're going to go 6, and then that will be where we pull in. And that should work nicely. Slip stitch, single crochet, and then we will do some kind of decrease. Oh yeah. He's using mean look at the moment for sure. That should all simmer down once it's all attached though. Oh my goodness. Where did that come from? Y'all. What? Who yawned? One of you yawned. Fess up. Fess up quickly. Six, 7, 8, 9. Does that add up to the right number of stitches? It's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It does. So now it's 17. No. Loot. I am not claiming credit. Someone spread that to me. That it was I. All right, it was Grey. I love Gengar as well, and I think that Crobat was designed to be like a Gengar amalgam. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly, but you know what I mean? It's just like I feel like it was meant to be like a Gengar representative in Sinnoh. Oh, Fiara is also claiming credit for the original yawn. And so is X1C128. So there you go. 3 different people. And I held strong for as long as I could. But alas, eventually the yawn got me. There goes my last pencil. Anybody else just sort of pick stuff up with their toes? If you can, why not? It's more convenient that way. 1, 2, 3. Am I glad you could make it too, crafty kitty? 4. Poor CK. Hey, none of that pity now. We've got a thunderstorm moving over, and so honestly, I was probably just reacting to the pressure change. Unfortunately, I've now spread that around the world. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 5. 2, 3. The trick here is to get everything pointy enough. There we go. Alright, well, we're matching up to my picture okay. So hopefully that is actually the shape the bat and the wing should be. I should have done... We're missing 2 little claws at the top of the wing, but I think I'm going to be able to get them in the second piece that we make. We only need them for one of the pieces, and this piece is good to focus on the shape, but the 2 claws absolutely go up there. Can we just stop talking about yawning? Because I have a job to do, folks. Pointy is hard with yarn, I agree, but there are ways to like smooth it and make it do what it's going to do.
We stop.
Yeah, I want to stop. Stop it! Get out!
We're going to start banning people.
Ban me, I dare ya. Wow, it is lingering. Sorry. I got him! Angry Bear Ironworks has fallen. 2. Alright, we're gonna stop now. No more yawning. We're done. This is not the napping stream. Okay, I'm making pointier wings than even Crobat has. But they're gonna look very nice and batty, I think. So I'm gonna go with them. Sorry, something got weird and the count is off. Oh, I skipped a stitch. Tisk. Well, maybe I make that a slip stitch to turn as well. So then it'll be smooth. We do like it smooth. Slip stitch to turn. And that should leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct! So that's 2 single crochet and then a slip stitch to turn. You lost? Don't be ashamed. It's not a matter of self-discipline, it's a matter of like, congrats. You are human like the rest of us. We claim you. Go. I just have to get this final little pointy bit in and then we're good. But it's just like every stitch I make I feel like is slightly warping the shape a little bit more. So the pressure is on. Okay, we're down to our final 3 stitches. Nope, don't need one of those. Spit it out. And those final 2 stitches. Excellent. So we'll just go single crochet and picot. And a single and a slip stitch to finish. Okay. It's not necessarily a Crobat shape, but it's definitely a nice batty shape. Like, I'm not embarrassed by that. It definitely shrunk down a lot, but that's because I did those decreases the whole way down the stem of the wing. In general, I think that shape is going to be okay for us. They are meant to be a longer curve type of wing. And then he needs little ones as well, but I think it's okay. I think it's alright. What is happening in chat right now?
I'm banning people for 10 seconds for mentioning the word.
Oh, okay, well, stop that, please. To everybody. It's quite just, like, to look up and see, like, all of these beloved community people being, like, silenced. I'm not a fan. Okay, current name list is on one screen and not the other for some reason. But I can read it from over here. Current name list is Rabat Battinson, Bat-Tato, Bartholomew, and Bartholomew. Wait, is that old? Maybe it's my chat that's behind. Mr. Bones, that's so weird. You've... Oh. No, okay, we're fine. We're recalibrated again. That's strange, though. We're having some moments today. Okay, so that is the purple part of the wing, and then it has green that sits like on the inside of it. And I should just make the whole piece again in green, just start to do the whole first row in purple. Because then it will blend, and at the bottom we can just sew it together. Yeah, so that's one. So, yeah?
Say ping.
Ping!
That's your delay.
It came straight through.
Yeah, there's no delay.
Weird. I think I had one of them scrolled slightly up. I think that it was a pebcac issue, frankly. Sorry, I'm just making some slight adjustments to the one we need to make in teal. So we'll chain 20 and turn. Oops, 6 single crochet, picot, single crochet 3 together, picot, 9 single crochet, turn, and we'll change to teal. And that'll be where it happens. Okay, we're going to make the second part of this wing, and we're not going to make both. I'm not going to like make you sit through us reproducing a whole other wing with both pieces, but we are going to make both pieces for this one wing. 4-winged, bunny-eared, flying purple pokey beater. Blunbat. Oh my goodness, I did a magic ring again. You know, bagels sound great. So I think that's a good plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 and 11 and a 12 and a 13 and a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I've seen so many good names today, but for some reason the name list isn't quite capturing them. I think I might just be really liking them in the context I'm seeing them in, because they are the exact same names. It's just like, Mew is named Bartholomew, therefore we cannot have Bartholomew. Thank you for that reminder. That is correct. I'm gonna just, sorry, what I should say is like, that rings a bell for me. I'm gonna just go double check. I am the keeper of the law. Yeah, Mew's name is Bartholomew, and so we are not using Bartholomew again. Potato is cute though. Bon Bon Bat's cute. I'm still a fan of Rabat. But apparently that means discount in Swedish. Stitch, 6 single crochet, 6. Fresh bagels hit different. I love bread. I love bread in all of its forms. The crust is the best part of the pizza. So of course, 2 or 3 years ago I discovered that I really can't eat gluten. Yeah, that is my cross to bear. Oh, okay, no. 9, we need to change the base chain itself. So we'll chain chain 9 picot, chain 3 picot, chain 7, 8. So that should be 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool, all right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got to build those claws into the base chain itself, or else we'll have problems. 1, 2, 3, and I know this is going to look funny, but that decrease will bring them closer together. At least that's my thought. Could have technically done them inside those 3, but I'm going to try this first. Okay, that's our base chain. One, 2, 3. And then there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Mm. 11 and 12, which is we'll do that, and we'll chain 1 in between, and then we'll do this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and now we turn. Tangent the bat gent. But he's purple, he's not tangerine. Excuse me. I like bread adjacent tangent as well. It's nice to have a little variation. They don't all have to be rabbit themed names just because it's like a rabbit theme today. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. We got to start that name vote soon though, so alright, we're gonna do it. Alrighty, the name list is, I like Rabat, I don't like Rabat Battinson, but fine, fine. Potato. Bun E-Bat. Bonathan E-Bat. Be prepared. If you name him Bunny Bat, I'm going to call him Bonathan. B-A-T. In fact, I'm going to use a little license here. Instead of Bun E-Bat, I'm going straight to Bonathan Bat. I've just decided. Sorry, I get a vote sometimes too. All right, vote. Make your choices. Bunathan Bat, Bunathan Bat, Bunathan Bat, and he's bred adjacent cat. Have we done it? Are we finally changing to the teal? Does the teal appeal? Alright. Let's just get the rest of this thing done. We start with 3 slip stitches. I may not even look up again until I'm finished making this wing piece, so you may take your time to consider carefully what it is that you wish to name our bat. To turn.
Check out how close the pole is.
Okay, folks. I
think we're gonna have a second pole.
We're gonna have a problem here.
Big spider in the house this morning. We had a neighbour.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a big huntsman. He was on the floor.
Really?
It was like that big.
Oh, that's nothing.
Not a huge huntsman, like
Yeah.
you know,
That's a baby.
like a baby huntsman, but like, you know, a baby huntsman is a big spider.
Yeah, we stirred up a bunch of the wardrobe yesterday that hadn't been touched in years, and so like anything that had been living there is now loose.
He's been killing off any yarn
Carpet beetles, yes.
Been doing a wonderful job. Good for it. So I put him outside in the garden.
Oh, that'll kill him instantly.
Why?
Yeah, house spiders can't be relocated outside. Anybody who relocates spiders outside, by the way, you're killing them.
Oh, it was a good spot. Lots of bugs in that one. You'll love it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, he's fine.
Yeah.
He'll be happy out there. That's basically indoors.
Murdering our housemate in the middle of the stream.
Sorry, he's doing his job out there.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, he's wonderful. He's happy.
He's so happy.
He made a little tiny stick cabin. His wife and kids are moving out with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, plenty of food out there, lots of fresh air. Depends on the spider. That's valid. That's a valid argument. Alright, well, we do have a winner, but it has to be by, it's by a hair. It has to be one vote based on these numbers. One vote is determining the winner right now. It's tied between, there's a pretty close tie here. So Crobat Battinson and Bread Adjacent Tangent, Bat, are both on 26%. Bunathan is on 28% and Potato is on 20%. So they're all pretty close. Yeah, you could change this with a single vote. Exactly. So if you're lurking, now's the time to race back to your device of whatever kind. There we go. We got a vote for Bat, and then it jumped back up to Bunathan. Oh, I haven't voted yet. Okay, so now we have two on 27% and one on 26%, but I haven't voted. It's not going to let me vote. Oh well. I'm not allowed to vote. Yeah, Ginger Cube, but that is the pun I was making. It didn't read. it was a written pun. I am terror. I am the skies. We're trying to name your friend. Do you have any opinions? No. Unhand me. Okay, Bunathan's pulling ahead again now. We are up to 70 votes. Nidorant's ears are Crobat wings. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not allowed to vote. But we do have a winner. It's sort of like pulled ahead enough that I think we can declare it. And I'm going to leave it for 2-1, exactly at the 2-hour mark. Ending poll. So that was the exact 2-hour stream point for me. We have ended the poll. And Bunathan Bat won at 29%, closely followed by Bread Adjacent Tangent, BAT, at 25%, Rabat Battinson at 25%, and Potato at 21%. And when I tell you, at the start of the stream, if I thought I was going to be convinced that I liked a name better than Rabat, I didn't think that. That sentence I phrased so confusingly. I was pretty set on that as a name, but Bunathan Bat is pretty good. I very much like Bunnythan Bat. Bunnythan Bat. Bunathan. Gonna have to work out how I want to spell it. Maybe with a double N. Bunathan. That's better. Bunathan. With the double N, you pronounce it normally. Noibat vibes, a little bit. Poor Potato. No, happy Potato. Oh, I am going to take his butt fluff off now, though. Just because it's a few extra pins that we just don't really need to have jammed on up in there right now. So he will get another one of these on this side, and he's going to get a little tiny twiggy one on this side, but we were at the 2-hour mark, and so we're going to go on a bit of a break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to pick another one. Woo! So, and by come back and pick another one, I mean you guys will pick another one while I am off doing break stuff. There we go. So there is the little mini player. I'm going to throw you to the break music, and I will see you guys in about 10 minutes. you trying to fast forward a live stream? Because, sorry, there's no spoilers in real life. You can't just skip ahead to the end. Doesn't work. Hello. Hi, Nat. It has been a while. We're doing Pokemon Mistaken for the Easter Bunny today. So we've just done our little Crobat, who we've named Bunathan Bat. And we are just closing off the poll for the next one. End poll. The mini player is, however, currently blocking. There we go. And we'll turn the big player back on. There we go. And oh no, please. Oh no. I will have a look for Caterpillar in a second. I think I can see him inside his box. So number 4 won with 43% of the vote, then came number 3 at 36%, and then number 1 at 21%. And for the record, Andromeda, I don't remember making that promise, but I believe that it happened. I do not recall this, but okay. So you guys have picked number 4. I will reveal who's behind door number 4, and then I'll go try and find Caterpillar for you. So, here we go. The second Pokemon mistaken for the Easter Bunny is Flaaffy. And you can't tell me that that's not a sheep trying to dress up like a bunny. It's got the bunny ears on the side of the head. It's got a little bit of a bunny tail right at the end there. It's just, it's bunny. It's bunny coded. So we're going to make Flaaffy as number 75. There we go. And there you are. Crobat is now going to be Flaaffy. Ooh, big Flaaffy. Smaller Flaaffy. Yeah, alright, give me a second. I'm going to try and find the pickle. I understand the importance of the pickle, and I will go find the pickle. The pickle! Yeah, you hear this rummaging? This is what you hath wrought! The pickle should be somewhere in this tub. Where is the pickle? Are you down there, little pickle? That's Cyber. We're not looking for you, Cyber. Nobody asked to see you. Pickle! Hello, pickle! I found the pickle. Okay, there we go. Slowpoke, get your tail out of there. I'll be back in a second. Okay. Just got my room all put back together and you've got me rummaging. Making a mess. Excuse me. There he is. There's our pickle boy. Hello. He's been quite happy living in the box with everybody else, just getting to be one of the Mons. Okay. And we're back. So again, I guess that proves that the organization system works, because it was exactly where it should be. Now we are making the grown-up version of Mareep today. So Mareep is still just sitting there. We have this nice, oh, sorry. We have this nice little corner all ready for sketching. And there we go. Any reference images that any of you can provide would be well received, and I appreciate you. So we're going to take the same approach for Flaaffy as we've taken with Mareep, and that is we're going to make a little like naked version, and then I will add fluff. But I'll get Mr. Bones to add the fluff because the knuckle skin has only just grown back and I can't seem to do it without hurting myself. It's got big old hair curly bits. Finding the right pink is actually going to be surprisingly hard here, I think, because it's like a mid-fleshy kind of pink. We will be using safety eyes. Elk Kipratak. Mareep's name was Kababra, but there was like a bunch of bars thrown in, so it was like Kababra. There we go, there's that, and then we've got like a little like fluff around the neck that starts at like up here, and is puffy, so we will not be stitching this. But it's kind of and from there we drop down into Volon belly mode. Showing off the fact that he has no toe beans, I appreciate that. But we are halfway down the road between kangaroo and sheep at this point. You can tell from the way those legs are forming. You think this is what happens when Marie eats a lot of shrimp, like a flamingo thing? And we must not forget that she's a little aeroplane. The blue ball. That is stripy tailed. I think that's everything. This is maybe a little rounder. But I think that in general is pretty good. Pretty good. Trying to get an idea about the fingernails. I feel like I'm seeing one of... Oh, no, there's definitely none. It's just an illusion of what's behind her. So no fingernails, just little pink flaps. She's a little airplane. There we go. Hi Nat, we're doing great. I hope you're doing well as well. Bye Eldridge, thanks for hanging out. It's weird that Ampharos is floofless. I don't know. I feel like it's like it sheds its baby fluff. I actually think that, don't get me wrong, I think it's odd that a sheep goes into a kangaroo, But I do think that in terms of the evolution, this one here makes as much sense to me as Bulbasaur's bulb flowering, because like the sheep stands up and sheds its fluff and underneath is the kangaroo. The weirdest thing is the color change from like blue skin, yellow fluff to pink skin, white fluff up to yellow skin, no fluff. It's just like, that's the oddest thing about that evolution. The shape itself makes sense to me. Even the missing fluff makes sense to me. Ampharos hath been sheared. That is correct. Okay, so we're going to make this thing. And we're going to go head first into the abyss. So that's the head from the side. And the head from the front. We're going to start at the tip of the nose and work backwards. For the body, I don't think I'm going to work from the head straight into the body. If I was, I'd start at the top and work down, and we're not going to do that. Instead, I think we're going to... We need to leave enough room for fluff. So it's probably going to look a little bit more like Ampharos than you're even guessing. What do I do if you accidentally scratch your safety eyes when fluffing to fix the scratches? It's not something that I experience a lot right now. In the past, I've used just like a top coat nail polish over the top of the whole thing, which does put some of the gloss back on. I can't even tell you if that works long term because I can't remember which ones I've done it to. But in general, I haven't noticed any scratches, and I know some of them did get scratched. So yeah, just top coat nail polish was my go-to solution at the time. Trying to just work out what this little blub of a body looks like. Because the question also becomes, do we build the legs in or do we attach the legs? I think we'll attach the legs. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. We have to make sure that we include enough neck for the fluffing. I have not done Ampharos yet. Flooffus is great. I don't know what's going on up there either. Can you hear that? Well, now you're just punishing the parking lot.
Yeah, I know. We can't passively aggressively stomp around.
No.
The cars don't care.
Okay, then the tail will be a great elongated cone with a bauble on the end, which for this one here I started bauble and moved down. If this is helpful to you, whoever's looking for like a good image of the caterpillar, I don't know if this is helpful because it's not really focusing on the whole thing at the same time. But I also have high-res images from the Pokédex that I can share later if you really need one. The rock unicorn caterpillar. Dolly Barton is great. And then we've got some little flippy arms. And the little feet we will manage when we get there. The head curls, similar again to Mareep. We will probably do proper head curls for the head, which will just be like long pieces that get all rolled up. And okay, thank you. There is an image here that shows me that the fluff actually continues the whole way down the back of the head. So that's where we'll do like brushed out fluff for like back of the head and this whole big fluffy chest piece. So this is what we're hoping she looks like by the time we're done. Okay. Hi, Darcy! Just getting reset here. Flaaffy. And where shall we start? With picking our colours. That's where we should start. Alright, you go in the bowl. You go in the bowl. Pink. We need pink. These streams remind you of how you got yarn to crochet a shiny rally but you haven't started it yet. Well, this is your sign to start, then. If you already have all the colours, what is holding you back? I'm pulling out pinks. These are all pink. They may not look pink, but they are. In fact, her yarn almost looks like pale yarn. Her fluff almost looks like pale blue to me. But I think white will... Actually, you know what? Maybe we use the pink. I'm looking at like GIFs of it, and sometimes it looks kind of pinkish. This is just like a very pale baby pink, and so like that could look cute with that pink. Or it's coming across as a little dark on screen. I think it's a better match in person, but the screen's kind of amplifying the it's not dry. Dry isn't the word I'm looking for. The warmth of it. First pink on the left, sure. Then we're picking colour for the fluff. White is the obvious choice, right? We'll leave both of them out for a second. I have black already, and we need blue for the tail bauble. And I'm leaning towards Sax for that, because Sax is the colour that we used for the body of Mareep. So at least it ties in a little bit. But it's a colour that wanders off a lot on me. I don't know why. There it is. Okay, and so that's the colour for the tail bauble. And we have black as well. Okay. I'm going to go with straight white for the fluff. A little bit more contrast. Happy Easter, Drac. I hope the Easter Bunny visited you. And I hope you captured it in the paw prints on the ground. Saxophone. Technically it's sax with an E. S-A-X-E. I'm not overly familiar with the etymology of the word, but I'm assuming it's something to do with like Saxon. Alright, we've got our colours for our sheep. I'm afraid I have to remove the rabat at this point, so everybody say bye, Batty. I need the space. Oh, I've ended up with 2 whites. Weird. Huh. Okay, sure. Normally I only have 1 working colour for each colour at a time. The flower trap was a resounding success. Excellent. Anybody else leaving like Easter bunny traps in front of their windows? Put some flour down, see if the footprints can be captured. S-E-A-X? No, S-A-X-E. Are y'all messing with me on purpose? I feel like I'm being messed with. No, it's this. S-A-X-E. That is the name of the colour blue. Yeah. Any hoozle. Overwhelming smell of cigarette smoke just wafted in here from somewhere. Do we start with the head? I think we start with the head. Let's start with the head. Meryl Sheep. Yeah, it's fine. It's passed as quickly as it was here. It's not normally a thing. Is Mr. Bones on fire from that pun? 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he was trying to be inflammatory. I love Meryl Sheep as well. Actually, Mr. Bones, would you mind posting what the current name list looks like? Yeah, okay, Meryl Sheep is it. That's all we've got on there right now. Angry Bear Ironworks, I can hear that in my brain, but I ain't gonna say it. It's a little too close to, I mean, it's not an offensive word, but let's just play nice with the YouTube overlords, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there was Meryl Sheep and also Dolly Parton was nice as well. Liked that one. Oh. Your silly self knows magic ring from memory but not Slipknot. Yeah, you know what's really rough about that? For the longest time, and I mean like 3 years, during the Complicated Knots era of my life, I only knew magic ring from muscle memory. If I tried to do it intentionally or like focused on it too hard, I wouldn't be able to make one. I don't think I have that problem anymore, but that was a pretty significant problem because that was during an era where I'm filming pattern videos and telling y'all to do magic rings, and I'm just like, I can't look at my hands while I do this or it's not going to work. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's 9 around. Let's go up a size. That rhymes with waffle fries. 1. Pretty sure I'm the pun bunker. Okay, Meryl Sheep, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton. Huh?
You're gonna roll your eyes.
Okay.
Dolly the sheep was the first one to be cloned.
Yeah.
So, Dolly Parton.
Oh.
Dolly Parton.
You've cloned her.
Because she's cloned. Yeah. Good. Dolly the sheep. Okay.
I cloned the sheep named Dolly. Now I'm a famous Scot by golly.
I'll take her out to the butcher.
Yeah. Angry Bear Ironworks. That sounds like a good friend. Oh, Laffy Flaaffy is fun. I like that too. There are so many good name options here. What's Dracloak? I don't even know what that one is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've spoken before about the fact that like after Gen 4... No, you know what? No, it's after Gen 5, really. Like, Gen 6, 7, 8, and 9 are kind of like a blob to me, and I only know the ones that I've managed to encounter in Pokemon Scarlet, and even then I haven't studied them the same way as I've been lurking with Gens 1 through 5. So, like, I don't know if... I have never heard of a Dracloak. She's halfway through between a sheep and a kangaroo, so she's a shangaroo? Or a kangareep? Or keep shoe. We could go barbecue. That works. Or barbecue. I get that. Barbecue to go with kababra. Gen 8 has the unevolved form on the head. Huh. All I can picture is Drapion. Not Drapion. I think I know the one you're talking about. I'm going to type it into Google so I can have a quick little look. I do know this guy, but I only know this guy to see them because like the next one up has the 2 babies as like the missile launchers, right? Which I just think are so cute. The little ones are Dreepy, right? Yeah, okay, so I knew this one by sight. I didn't know what it was called. We're going to reach a point where I'm going to let you guys vote on just the name, and then I'm going to be hit with a surprise of what on earth is that? Why are we eating Flaaffy? Y'all, the sheep is not for eating. There's just this sheep though honestly I think lamb is kind of gross. Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time with Drakloak and whatever the next one up is with the 2 babies in it. Keeping everything to scale, because otherwise they're all gonna end up like this big. I think Ampharos is too friend-shaped to eat. That said, both kangaroo and lamb are foods. Loot, go do whatever it is that you needed to do. Okay. No, I think we need to go back again. It's the nature of Pokemon. At a certain point, all dragons turn into like fighter jets. They all turn into aeroplanes of some kind. You have to do Dreepy first, and you make Drakloak according to them. Same, little dude, same. We need to put eyeballs into our sheep.
Reminding you before you finish, don't forget to put the backs on the eyes. Oh, sorry, I haven't put them in yet. Oh, wait.
I never asked for anyone to remind me about to do that, sir.
No, you never have to ask. I'm always here to help.
So supportive.
Before I go.
Yep, say the thing.
Don't forget to put the backs on the eyes.
There we go.
You know me too well. Pretend you don't know a bit about to do.
Honey, it's been a decade. To row 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 stitches visible. Andy, I gotta tell you, that might be the single most disturbing sentence I've glanced up to read out of context, so I'm actually going to remove it because it makes me really uncomfortable. I want to say, though, that, you're not in trouble or anything, I just don't want to glance up and see that again. And I understand in the context of what you were saying, it was fine. Is Victory Rolls the name of that, that hairstyle? Because yeah, I get a similar vibe. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to wrangle eyeball stems. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. I'm worried it needs to be further back to give her enough space to support ears and head, so maybe I'll go around again. It's alright, Andy, I knew you were joking. Like I said, you're not in trouble or anything, I looked up and I was just like, ugh. I was like, I don't want to see that. Flaaffy was a World War II mechanic, confirmed. Okay, now I will close off the back of the head because this feels like it's getting excessive. I have gone one size larger with the head of Flaaffy than I did with Mareep. Mareep was 9 around and Flaaffy is 12 around, which means that Ampharos has the potential to be 15 around, or we might just do 12 around again, depending on how big Flaaffy turns out. Gotta leave yourself room to move. That's it. We haven't been adhering to any kind of like strict relativity in sizing. As a vegetarian, you don't want to see any of it. Sorry, there are meat eaters here. But hopefully there's nothing too gratuitous going on anymore. Those are ears, I think. Well, it's just, the tail and the ears look exactly the same. And the tail is definitely flesh. So those horn things should be flesh as well. Would be my guess. My fleshy guess. Apparently I'm going to stop and do ears now because I've picked up the black. How can it be both ears and horns? Or maybe they make noise and can listen. No, maybe it's like a hard outer shell with a soft ear nougat center. Maybe they're sweat glands. Technically, I think they're electricity conductors. There's something to do with like getting a zap. You're an omnomivore? Yeah, that's exactly it. Eat whatever you like, just don't use it to make other people uncomfortable. Sorry, I like the idea that like that's a good way of checking I am who I say I am. Ears. Magic ring of 4 in black and then in pink. Black pink. We're in the area. I think we're just changing straight back to black. It's funny, the ears on this little guy are smaller than the ears on Mareep, even though the head is bigger. Owl's ears are also their eyes. Yeah, no, they are. So you know how owls have eye dishes that are shaped like this? With like their little eyes here, and that's their beak for reference. Well, their ears sit within the pan of this, what you consider the eyeball, and it makes the sound bounce. Yeah, Mr. Bones is now explaining that. Probably in a far more intelligent way. Well, CCK, that's where your 2 brains live. Fair enough. Got to check on both of them. We are but the sum of our experiences. I love owls and how they often have like secret feather pants. Like they look like they're just these knobs that sit on things, but then like they have pants, secret feather pants. I'm sorry, that's something that I can't really describe better than secret feather pants. You either know or you don't, and I'm not trying to gatekeep it as well. If you Google it, you'll find what I'm talking about, I'm sure. We need back loops only. Needs to be 3 repeats. So many extra instructions for this row, and we'll finish off, and that'll be it. According to Pokédex, Flaaffy's bald spots are from storing up too much electricity. The pink fleshy parts are rubbery to help insulate. Oh my. Flaaffy naked. Confirmed. Do you concur? Yes. Yes, we concur. Yes, yeah, I think we all know Pokemon just wanted to have a naked sheep. Go. I've gotten a little bit of fluff. Right? On my nose. Oh my goodness. Okay. No. I think I can overcome this feeling. Oh my gosh. If you see me just like low-key losing it, it's because I can't find the bit of fluff. Oh, it's touching me though. Excuse me for a second. Okay. You done?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes you just gotta get it out of your system. Oh, I'm not back on camera yet. Hey. The return of the Kynaptonod! Please no naked sheep recently had naked shuckle. That's true, we did. He got peeled. I'm gonna do the body next. Still knapping. That's fine, you earned that knap. Why is the don't panic reversed? Nat, it's because the layout used to be the other way around. I used to be on the other side of the screen, but I liked it better this way one day when I was just messing with you guys. And I flipped it around and I realized I liked it so much better because now when I'm working, I look like I'm looking down towards the screen that you guys are looking at too. I was like, oh, okay, I like that. And so I kept it, but I actually haven't gone in and updated the graphic. And so the don't panic that was baked into the layout before, which was, again, a message to me for if something was broken, you know, don't panic, just take time and fix it, has slowly become your don't panic. It's been flipped around. Or maybe it's just acknowledging that we're all in a state of persistent panic, and there's no point telling us to stop. Well, maybe we're like panic sharks. If we stop, we might expire. So maybe it's telling us to do the inverse, because like, if you're a calm creature, then breathing is your default state, and if you're a panic creature, panicking is your default state. And so like, if you're a calm creature who is panicking, you need to breathe in order to calm down. And if you're a panicking creature that's too calm, well, you need to panic for the good of everyone. So maybe that's what the message is. So like, if you are born of the panic, allow it to absorb you. Angry Bear Ironworks, are you keeping track of my failings right now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, you need more booty than that, you little sheep. Oh, night, Greg. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Easter for the morrow. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's right. They're our inside jokes. I'm not always screaming just a little something is off. Exactly. It's just, you're a high frequency creature. You should always be emitting that high frequency. That said, I think Canap to Nod on a t-shirt would be quite amusing, because if done the right way, whenever anybody saw you in a mirror, it would be saying don't panic. It's a secret message. Can we crack the code? Degree of 6. 6 increases. I am thinking about doing some shirt designs soon. But I have to be on top of everything else before I'm allowed to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. One more. Is that the size of your booty, Missy, or are you one size bigger? I think you're bigger than that, but is it a 6 or a 3? We'll do a 3. We'll get you up to 21, and then we'll revisit and see if we want to go all the way up to 24. Did I ever release the Trust the Process shirt? I have a Trust the Process shirt. It changed its form and turned into just like a text-based one. But it's the purple shirt that I wear sometimes. So yeah, there is a Trust the Process shirt out there. I just don't think it's super legible. But I love it. It's in purple and teal, and apparently I thought I'd released it in black as well, but I keep hearing that I haven't. I also have it in black, which is something I keep meaning to update. But like, I really like that shirt. At the moment, I'm wearing somebody else's fan merch. But yeah, just more t-shirts are in the mix, because some of my old ones, like my Everybody Frogs shirt, they are pretty much exclusively in the pajama pile these days. Not because the shirts themselves have worn out, but just because like I wore them so much that they've kind of like moved into a different echelon for me, and I like having a couple of newer ones. And I live in the t-shirts that I buy, and they're all samples of my own merch most of the time. It's like, if you can get your wardrobe as a tax deduction, do it. So yeah, some more merch designs, and I think I might do a Menaces design as well. I've got a plan for something that involves some like little balls of wool, some Menaces, and maybe a backwards Don't Panic. That said, the Don't Panic joke is very specific to the stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not that there is anything wrong with that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, that's 21. You know what? I think that's enough booty for you. I think you're a 21. Are you guys talking about Pokopia? Because like, the more I see about that game, the more I think it's gonna, the more I think I actually want to play it. Like, I was so firmly on team, like, nah, it's not for me, it's not worth buying a whole Switch 2 just to play it. But, like, I was watching Damien Haas do a playthrough of it. And of course, he's a voice actor, so he's, like, bringing the characters to life a little bit. And I'm just like, oh, that game actually looks like a lot of fun. So, I don't know, maybe I'll have a video pop off and I'll be able to justify buying a Switch 2. But for now, I'm living vicariously through other people's streams. But it does look like a fun, very content-rich game. What I don't like is the fact that I know that they're already doing some Pokemon as, like, exclusive, like, event type things. And I'm just like, as soon as they start doing that, I just feel like I'm already missing out. And I won't go back and do it later because I've already missed out. Morning, Mark. Andromeda, you're welcome to make some designs. I mean, as long as there's no, like, any kind of expectation attached to anything, if that makes sense. I don't know how comfortable I am with the idea of using fan-designed stuff for just, like, a couple of different, like, moral, ethical reasons. I haven't really explored the thought tree yet. So, like, by all means, you should feel comfortable using it as, like, a creative exercise, but, yeah. I don't know where I stand just yet on fan-made designs, if that makes sense. I want to, like, support you on your creative journey, but yeah. We like the goopy look. You can't with Charmander having a lisp. Oh, his little I threw up. and oh my god, the Magikarp with the yo. And how he comes to visit you, he's just like flop, 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 flop along the path. I'm just like, my boy. It's amazing I live there now. Yeah, I still don't like the Ditto human design, but my poor heart breaks over the... I'm not going to spoil anything, but just like the overall running narrative, my heart is just broken for this little Ditto. And like, part of that is the fact that I'm just an emotional lightweight. I just don't think it's that traumatizing, but just like the overall story of what's happening here is really upsetting to me. Alright, hang on. Go into Discord for a second. Scrolling. Thank you to everybody with the reference images and the whatnot. Oh my goodness. That Ditto Drifloon is actually so funny. Oh, I love that. She do hop. That's, of course, a reaction to something that happened 8 minutes ago, so that's not so bad. Yeah, she hop. Yeah, I've heard that it's based on, like, Dragon Quest builders, which is not one I'm familiar with. And I also haven't played Animal Crossing. Just, like, that kind of game has just never really appealed to me. And a part of that is the fact that even when I am playing, like, sim games, and I don't mean, like, The Sims, I mean, like, simulator games, like farm simulators and that sort of thing. It's just, like, the decorating part of it has just never been anything that I engage with. And I was worried that it was going to be... Like, I'm staying really far away from Disney Dreamlight Valley at the moment. I think that's what it's called. Because there is, like, the idea that you buy a certain version of the game and you get some of the in-game currency. I'm just like, okay, cool. So that's a game that already doesn't respect its players. And so, like, I was worried that Pokopia would be a similar vein to that. But it doesn't look like it is at all. Oh, no. Angry Bear and Bunny Badger. Thank you for hanging out. Have I made you too chunky? Is there ever such a thing? You're a very chubby little sheep. But I think it's okay. I just think I need to reel it in. Yeah, there's no restrictions on you guys sharing spoilers amongst yourselves. I just don't want to ruin accidentally anything for anyone. Just like when I'm talking about something, I don't want to, like, exclude a section of the chat or whatever. So, like, go spoiler tag it in the Discord if you want. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the validation there, Warm Makwa Abear. Sorry, my chat brings all the bearers to the yard. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I see a game like that and I'm just like, yeah, maybe not. Whereas like, otherwise I thought that maybe it might be something I was interested in, but no, that turned me right off it. I have been playing a lot of Power World recently, which is funny because that's another game that I thought wasn't for me, and it turns out it is very much for me. But I only like playing that on my Steam Deck. I don't like it on the PC, which is funny. So like, it wasn't for me when I thought it wasn't for me, and now it is for me because I've got the right equipment to play it properly. Oh, night Rachel, thank you for hanging out. So thank you to anybody who is spending a little bit of their Easter hanging out here in the land of the Easterless. But I understand that for some of you, you're waiting to be, or to meet the Easter Bunny, I should say. You're waiting to meet the Easter Bunny. Whereas some of you we are well into Easter Sunday. Here it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You get really obsessive about collecting special edition things in games. The second you miss one, though, it's game over. Yeah, Core Keeper was really good at scratching that for me. That said, they've changed. I haven't played it since they've made it a little bit more campaign mode. The game leads you around a little bit more, which is probably a really good thing given the size it's reached now. Did I say the name of the game? I'm talking about Core Keeper again. Really loved that game. Been playing it since it was just like really little, and then they've just expanded it out and out and out. So like, I think they needed that little bit of trail to help you like lead yourself around. But it used to be way more like, I have to comb every part of this section to find the piece that I need to create that one legendary item, and by gum, I'm gonna do it. Which was just very good. Very much I like it. Yes. That said, they are missing some sort of like in-game internal checklist where you can tell if you've gotten all of the different collectibles. It's just like they should build an in-game encyclopedia. Racketeer always let us have an in-game encyclopedia that let us know if we'd done all the things. Bring that back. It's a great game mechanic. Why is there a bobby pin sticking out of the sheep's butt? That's the start of my row and it's still helping. See? It's like I can still follow it up. I'll probably move it now, but it was doing a job to do. Okay, and we're going stuff. Sheep has baller shoes. He's got a single toenail. Ooh, Easter brunch sounds lovely. A nice little like ham and cheese croissant. Or some eggs Benny if you're into that. Maybe some French toast. And then tomorrow we all skedaddle to the shops to try and get some chocolate at, like, some cheap chocolate. And by that I mean chocolate that costs as much as the chocolate not on sale at all 6 months ago. But now it's going to be like 30%, like 70% off if we're lucky. So yeah, tomorrow morning, it's a date, all of us, right? We all go to the supermarket and try and get the cheap chocolate. That's my Easter plan. Oh, I like the idea that their ballet slipper's a lot better. I will say, Mareep had no toenails or toe beans to speak of, and so whatever Flaaffy's got going on is specific to Flaaffy. You made a dachshund in one piece using... Oh, I haven't used that 5-in-1 technique in at least a month, okay? We are detoxing from that technique because I've got other things that I really want to like sink my teeth into that you guys will be seeing once I've sunk my teeth into them. But like, I love that that technique is still out there in the world, rippling and making things easier for people to make. You can tell I'm excited about it because I'm flailing my arms around. We're down to 15. I might do a row of 15 and just see how we feel about it. Nope, I already hate it. We're going down to 12. 2, 3. Because I think that neck might be 9 stitches around. Your favourite holidays are half off chocolate days after the real holidays. Yeah, exactly. That said, the chocolate that used to be my preferred chocolate, just they've changed the recipe. It tastes terrible now, and so I'm kind of off the whole thing. I just get cooking chocolate now and I cook with it. Sorry, I'm just reading something in Discord really quick. Okay, I will say that the spoilers for Pokopia that have been left in the Discord are not the most spoilery spoilers, if that makes sense. So, like, that they're actually a fairly gentle introduction. Nat, that's so cute! That is so cute! You've done a wonderful job. That is the cutest little thing. Look at him. He's got little speckles and everything. Is he based on your pet? I got overexcited. I'm sorry. I'm gonna calm down. So cute. That's so cute. Very well done. You wish? Yeah. It's like I have been living animal free because, like, I'm sorry, I sometimes count the snails and sometimes don't count the snails. Right now I'm not counting the snails. I've been living animal free since I got to Perth, and I moved to Perth like 18 years ago now. And, like, I keep telling myself that, like, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to being in a situation where having an animal is a bit more realistic. But I have requirements about the kind of existence I want to be able to provide for an animal. And I won't compromise on that because I don't think it's fair to keep, for example, a large dog in an apartment where it cannot run around. 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not me passing any kind of judgment on the decisions anybody in this chat or anywhere else have made. This is just about me and what I'm comfortable with, and I would want the animal to be outside as well. So I keep telling myself that we're getting closer to it, but we're really not. Been animal free for 18 years and I miss them. I grew up surrounded by them. My goodness, I've hand-reared cows inside the house. At one point we had like a foal, like a horse, baby horse, being hand-reared by my little sister on the veranda, and she had to sleep out there on a mattress with it. I think it was orphaned or something. Something went wrong. But yeah, no, like that. She like hand-reared a miniature pony foal on the veranda of our house for months. She slept outside, and it's just like that was just Tuesday. You know what I mean? And then I'm in Perth. We don't even have spiders. We have flies, and they keep touching me. The baby horse could not be in the house because I was horribly, horribly allergic to it. But like I said, she had a mattress that was outside, and she slept out there with it till it was big enough to be okay. You never reach a point where you can ignore the smell. If that helps you at all with the fact that your dream probably doesn't have an olfactory an olfactory element to it, and it should. Okay, I need more stuffing. Just a reminder, the neck is going to look silly because it has to be long enough to maintain some the fluff ruffle, which I'm actually not convinced I've gone thin enough with, but maybe it's a very, very trimmed fluff ruffle. Let's see if I've made the head. Okay, I've made the head exactly to scale with the drawing there. Love that for me. And the body is exactly to scale with the drawing, which means everything is currently the right size. That is a neat trick. I'm not doing it deliberately, but it does seem to be something I do quite often these days, is make it like specifically to scale with the drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, that's a decrease. So it's only 1, 2, 3. Making this is making me crave strawberry ice cream. We don't have any of that. You actually kind of miss the smell in the cows. Yeah, yeah. I was raised on a dairy farm. And that's not a bad smell. Like, you'd think it would be a bad smell, but it's not a bad smell. It's actually kind of a fresh smell. We don't have a name for this Pokemon yet. We do have quite a good list that I know Mr. Bones was working on. Knitted Zebra, I'm tempted to explore a bunny route, if that makes sense, just because that is something I feel like we could quite easily manage here, particularly as for a while there we were looking at maybe relocating and trying to get ourselves a small house somewhere, maybe with a little yard, but that's not looking... If you knew, anyone who's in Australia right now knows what our property market is doing, so like that's just not really an option. So we're going to stay in this apartment, which we love, for a little while yet, and so like something like a bunny might be an option maybe. I'm just really worried about letting something down if it's completely dependent on me. Current name list is Merrill Sheep, Dolly Barton, Barbecue, and Lamball. Is Lamball because of the pal? This doesn't look anything like a Lamball. Oh, yeah, actually, can we swap Lamball with Flaaffy? Because I like that. So Barbecue is because Mareep's name is Kababra. And so Kababra turns into Barbecue. Looking very Ampharosian. Let's make some little arms. Where are we at to? Okay, cool. We're trucking okay with the time. Yeah, when I worked for other people, is how I'm going to phrase that. I almost said, oh yeah, back when I had a job. I'm just like, I have a job. I work a lot. But back when I worked for other people, dude on the accounting team had 2 bunnies, and their names were Pepsi and Max, and I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. So I was like, I am aware that bunnies can be like adapt fairly well to indoor life. You want to name it Barb Ross. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19. I am familiar with Wooloo. Okay, I had to make these arms long enough that they'll stick out from under the fluff, but I'm worried that making them 5 around has made them too big. No, that is the size I've drawn them. Again, it's just very convenient. It's just the fluff will cover the top part of them. And then a little bit will stick out the bottom. It'll be fine. Magic ring of 5, and then we did however many I was saying. I counted out loud, and then I've just disregarded the number entirely. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did 4 rows. 20? That seemed right. Checking the audio logs. And I believe we got to 20. Jolene. Okay, we're at Meryl Sheep, Dolly Barton, Barb Ross, and Laffy Flaaffy. Oh, what a handsome bunny. Sorry, for some reason when I'm live, it abbreviates some names on Discord and leaves others alone. In this instance, I can tell that somebody with the name starting with A has shared a bunny. So thank you for sharing the bunny. It's a very cute bunny. I'm assuming it might be knitted zebra, but I do not know. You know, the more I look at peeled Flaaffy, the more Ampharosian she looks to me. Because, like, don't tell me this isn't just toddler Ampharos. This is absolutely toddler Ampharos. Just wants to know if you've got any games on your phone. Yeah, naked Flaaffy looks like shiny Ampharos. Yeah, and I've just never really pictured it. Lucian's very handsome. He looks like a stripper. Oh, sorry, you didn't even use that name. It's just my brain was already trying to make puns from it. Kind of like an adult club male dancer. I apologize. Not the bunny. We're not talking about the bunny. That was a comment about a Dragonite. With it's fine. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, maybe it only gets its stripes in puberty. Lucian is a very serious name for a bunny, but I like it. I like serious names for things. Lets them know that they're okay to take themselves seriously in life. You've only got tiny little orb. Sorry, your orb is perfectly sized and proportioned, but like it's small. 1, 2. Author Steve Rowland, absolutely. Nine, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think that's a good little bauble size. So now I need to go small and it needs to become black. Table. Magic ring 6 times 2. Now do I go small in blue and then change to black? And then no, because that's going to make the blue leak into the black stitches. I should go black and then make it small. Which is going to be a bit of a pain in the tuchus, and that's okay. Yeah, no, he already had his name. He didn't need a new one. Whereas like sometimes they don't know their names and they need a new one, and so you can take creative liberties, but like, you know, he knew his name. Okay, down to a row of 3. And we're just gonna try and work another row of 3. 1 in black at an angle that I can't see super well. This is fine. How much of a black stripe is there? Oh, well, there's a little bit of one. There's a little bit of one. I could probably change to pink now if I wanted. And we're gonna, because it's gonna be easier to see. pink, and we're going to go to single crochet and an increase, crochet and an increase and a single crochet, and that one's going to be in the back loops only. This rate, I'm not going to need to stuff this piece at all. There's going to be so many yarn tails, it's going to look after itself. For the record, Nat, you can absolutely go up to people and go, yeah, I don't like your name, I'm going to call you this. It doesn't mean that you have any power to make them respond to that name. It doesn't mean that you're going to make them like you after that. But you can absolutely go up to someone named Steve and be like, hey, by the way, I'm going to call you Arthur now, and just refer to them exclusively as Arthur and just decide that that's their name. That doesn't, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, you have the power to control your own actions here, and you can do that. It's just they're not going to probably like you very much afterwards, or they'll think you're fun. So, you know, read the room. Not a strength of mine, but it's a suggestion I have for everybody else out there. I'm going to try and trim some of this off. Hold off. Hold, please. There we go. The blue has been released. Can't pronounce that. I'm going to call you Lily. Exactly. Scrooge McSheep. That's funny because Mac means son of. So you're calling them Scrooge, son of sheep. Which is just like funnier the longer I think about it, but we're just going to try and let that one go. I'm fine. I'm well adjusted. Why wouldn't I be? Black, BLO, and we're going to... I want to move where that increase is going to try and balance this out a little bit, but I do like the way that it's curving, so maybe I won't do that. 4 single crochet and an increase, and then we'll go 5 single crochet and an increase. And 2, 3, 4. We have so many more stripes to fit onto this tail that it's making me a little bit nervous. I think that the pink and black stripes are relatively even. So I've established that they're 2 rounds each, and I'm just going to keep trying to stick with that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. But this is just a heads up to all of y'all. We will be wrapping up in about 35 minutes. So like there's still plenty of stream to go, but I will be wrapping up at the 4-hour mark. It's good to be back, but it's 2 per stream is still the plan. And we still have to finish Pokemon number 300, the Steelix, who's looking a bit silly without the rest of her face. Gotta finish Steelix and get Crobat done as well. So having 3 in the to-do pile is a good limit that doesn't send me into any kind of stress. Gotta watch those stress levels because we're getting old. 7 single crochet and an increase. Can he be the son of sheep in some form? I mean, true, like, that's the thing. We can absolutely use McSheep, and it's very funny to name a sheep McSheep because technically they are McSheep. That just be how the sheep be do. And around again. This is getting pretty long. She does have quite a long tail. 3 is far better compared to the 7. It wasn't even 7 yellow. It was way, way bigger than that. We had, I think it was up to like 10 or 12 at one point. It was the 6 from Pokemon Black, and then I had a backlog of Scizor, and Steelix wasn't there yet, but I had like 3 or 4 others from Stream. And it just got to the point of just like, I don't feel like we should start a new one. I've never been someone comfortable with having like long-running whips. That's why, like, it's why my channel is what it is. It's like, it doesn't matter how big the project is. If I start it, that's the next thing I'm going to finish. But these Pokemon tend to get started and then they have to be put to one side while I manage other things. And that stresses me out when the list of ones I'm working on is like 12. I'm just like, can I really say that we've done 300 when 12 of them are sitting there undone? So yeah, it just stressed me a little bit, but it's fine. We're back down to like 3, which is fine. I can leave 3 in the whip pile and then knock them out on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, we're back to like accomplishable numbers there. Black, 8, increase brings us to 10. That's quite a big tail that you've got going on there, mate. What's happening? Wait. What are we waiting? Sorry, I'm just slightly out of sync with you, so you're going to have to be more specific if you need me to redo something. Yeah, the Crochetdex, we've done 75 out of 100 for Gen 2, and this is our 302nd overall. In fact, I'll be able to give you the actual percentage. If you give me 1 second, I'll update my little digi spreadsheety thing. Let's see, who do we make today? We've made Crobat. There we go, a little yes for you. And we've made... Where are you, my little Laffy Flaaffy? There you are. There we go. Alright, we have made 302 out of the 1025 released Pokemon. Gen 10 is coming. I know this. And so currently we sit at 29.5% done with our Crochetdex. So we are making progress. But still plenty of distance to go, and there's a new gen coming out soon. Thank you very much, Nat. I appreciate that. Steelix was our 300th Pokemon. Yeah, Steelix was our 300th Pokemon. We had done, it was about it was either 25% or 30% of Gens 2, 3, and 4 by the time we started working on Gen 2. But that said, Gens 3 and 4 haven't moved really since. They're both still sitting at about 25%. Gen 5 is slowly catching up because we've done 12 of them now, but it is a massive gen. Gen 5 is 156 Pokemon. We've done 12 of them, so we're sitting at about 7.7%, so about 8% of them done. But yeah, we are making pretty decent progress through this thing, which is good because it'd be really nice to be able to finish it before Nintendo notices we're doing it and gets me removed from the internet. We love our Nintendo overlords. This is we just really want to play with their stuff. I think that's a good size for the tail. I don't think it turned up to, okay, I've pinned it on to one side, but I think it's about the right size. There we go. Yeah, it's just mini Ampharos. Legs. Let's make a little leg, and honestly, I'm going to start the naming vote now because I think that the legs are kind of it. So, if Mr. Bones wants to hit us up with the final name list, I remember Laffy Flaaffy. Because this Pokemon's name is Flaaffy, for anyone. It is double F? It is double F. Okay. Meryl Sheep. I'm gonna adjust how many A's we've put into Dolly Barton. Dolly Barton. Barb Ross. Not Barbarossus. And Laffy Flaaffy. Cool. Those are the names. We are naming the little Flaaffy. We need leggies. So a reel that blurred Charizard's face. Yeah, exactly. Nintendo doesn't like people to play with their toys. And that's their prerogative. I'm just quietly existing in my corner, not drawing any attention to myself in the hopes that I can... You know, every time we finish a gen, I can be like, okay, cool. So that's our save point, you know? I feel like if I can get the first 5 gens done before it becomes an issue, I could let it go at that point. I want to do the whole lot. But if sometimes things don't end up the way we want them to, and if we can get to the end of Gen 5, I'll consider that to be not a bad place to call it, should we need to. And that's still years away. 3 and 4, and we change to our pink. Yeah, it is a good thing I have the channels separate. That sounded like it hurt.
No, I'm good. Oh wait, yes, it hurt. I will medicate with another one of those things.
Turns out Mr. Bones is entirely constructed out of sweet teeth. Which explains a lot. He is very sweet. There are a lot of games with cool creatures out there, exactly. We would just find something else to do should the channel survive. One. Okay, and then I did back loops. Single ink, 3, 2 single. Nat, the broad strokes of not necessarily that specific thing, but of the what's at play here is that in Japan they don't recognize fair use. So there is no such thing as fair use. At least this is my understanding of it. Please educate yourselves on separate from separate sources and do not just trust the word of one person on the internet. And so like, while you might be using something in a transformative way, which is normally fine, or you might be like, because like what I do is kind of transformative, we're not really using Pokemon, they don't acknowledge that, and they say, no, you're using our stuff, not allowed. Ba-bow. Mr. Bones is just very happy because he has a mouthful of caramel. that's what you're hearing in the background. You're just hearing happy skeleton noises. Oh, I have a butt cramp, but we're okay. Horrifying mental image, a skeleton made only out of teeth. Have you seen that x-ray of the toddler's skull? Because I have news for you, friend. We're all made out of teeth. It's just we lose some of them along the way. Yeah, but like it's odd, and like obviously there is a lot of room there for interpretation. There is a lot of people who make their whole living streaming various Pokemon franchises, you know, not franchises, streaming various components of Pokemon, and I'm just very quietly staying in my corner, and there is a reason why I do not offer the patterns for sale in any public sphere, and the pattern videos that I did have that did show Pokemon have gone, and they're not coming back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which, by the way, is why my channel lost like 100,000 views overnight a couple of weeks ago, because I realized a couple of them were still active, which is just, no, you don't mess around with Nintendo and you don't mess around with Disney. They don't play very nicely. They already have their own official books out there with their own official patterns. I like mine better, but mine aren't necessarily always true to form. They're true to my aesthetic. And I don't know if it's okay to talk about this. I've been contacted before to, not by Nintendo, no, but for other projects. And honestly, as an independent, I am in a way more privileged position to retain control over my own creations and my own designs and my own patterns, and without having to share a big percentage of that revenue with someone else. I've been approached to potentially work on pattern books in the past, and the flat fee that they were offering was a very, very small percentage of a pattern that does really well can earn quite significantly more than that, and there was no acknowledgement of that. And so like I just prefer to retain control over my own stuff. I'm not saying that I won't do books in the future, but so far the deals that I've been offering, I just very politely declined, because there was no middle ground to be found in there. And so like I can't imagine it would be any different with Nintendo. That said, it'd be cool to see them all in one place at some point, even if some of them are goofy to the extreme. You're making swatches for all your yarn? I admire you. I do not have that kind of discipline, but I use the same yarn all the time, so I don't have to anymore. Alright, I'm finishing up this leg now, and then we'll be closing off the name vote, and I'll be doing the reveals, and that'll be it. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You know the book I speak of and the price they paid, and it was... Oh, okay. That's cool that you know the one. I saw what it looked like when it was being released, and I gotta tell you, I was uncomfortable with how familiar some of the things looked. But I'm in no way making any kind of accusation or anything. I think we just drew from the same subject matter with some of our existing stuff. But I don't know specifically the one you're talking about, and we might be talking about the same one or not. But anyway, I don't like to talk about this. I don't like to stir gossip or drama or whatever. I think that creative spaces are filled with people who are taking the same inspiration from the same things. And I just hope that whoever did end up signing on to that project, because it did go ahead, I hope they got paid what they were worth. And I hope that they knew that they didn't have to accept less than that just for the opportunity of working with a name. I'm gonna stop talking about this now. I'm sorry.
There's someone in chat named I Dislocate My Arms a Lot. That's what I say. That is a very funny name.
I haven't seen that name.
Or it's not a funny name at all.
Oh.
I'm very sorry. That sounds awful, and I hope that you get new arms soon. But they're making a clanger, and I have no idea what that is. In fact, I feel like I shouldn't be saying it out loud because it could be a pejorative.
Well, in Australia, we do use it as like a clacker thing. Like
Yeah.
clanger or clacker, up the clacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop saying it. Clanger.
Yeah.
My brain immediately went to clanker.
No, don't use that word.
I'm not allowed to use that word.
Don't use that word.
But what is that? I don't know what that is, but they're currently making one.
No.
I should probably stop saying it if I don't know what it means.
That's true. I mean, that's what you've taught me to do.
Yeah. With the colour swatches for yarn, what's that?
It's when you make a little swatch of your yarn to see how big it works up, and then you
yeah.
can use it to size things more appropriately, and you can also see what kind of texture it ends up with.
So it'd be good if you had different scaled yarns as well, and you were combining different gauge yarns.
Yeah. Or making clothing, wearables. It's very important for wearables.
You want some Pepsi?
No, we're wrapping up here. I'll come out and get some lunch when we're done. If I dislocate my arms a lot is here. Could you make some noise so I can see your name? just curious.
Can I show the Mr. Bones in a onesie?
3, 4, 5, 1. Oh, yeah, that's a real old one though. Be careful, they might ask for the pattern and I do not have it anymore. I was developing a line of Halloween creatures years ago, and like there was like a little werewolf, a little like Frankencat, and there was someone else. But there was like 4 little Halloween creatures, and one of the failed designs was meant to be a little skeleton, and this is as far as he got.
It's Mr. Bones in a onesie.
And so yeah, Mr. Bones here has claimed him as his own. He's Mr. Bones in a onesie. He's very cute and little. Hello.
And
First foray into wearables, you didn't do a gauge swatch and ended up making hand warmers for a giant. Yeah, that'll do it. I've gotten away with like not paying attention to that, because the few wearables I've made, I'm terrible at following patterns, and so I don't even try. I just kind of work out, like I'll occasionally look at like free patterns to see what kind of the shape should sort of look like, and then I just like, okay, cool. Well, I need it to cover this much of me, so I need to make the front panel, which I can see goes from there to there, cover this much of me, and so like I just stitch until it covers that much of me. Whereas like I know for the more complex ones, you of course would need to have a more refined approach to things. Yeah, the little Mr. Bones dude, who was just a little skeleton before any kind of little skeleton happened, just turned up as I was rebagging stuff and putting it into storage. There is your chunky little leg, friend. We're about to find out what your name is. So she's missing her floof. She's missing an arm and a leg. What can I say? It's the economy. And she's missing, I don't know, one of her ears. There's no toe beans to speak of, but she needs her little head curls, and she needs a neck fluff and that goes up the back of her head. But otherwise, you know what? She's pretty close. That's pretty close. So that is Flaaffy. Let's see what you guys have named her. Ending the poll. Drum roll, please. You have chosen Dolly Barton with 35% of the vote. Then came Laffy Flaaffy at 28%, Meryl Sheep at 21%, and Barb Ross at 16%. So thank you to everybody who voted. Her name is officially Dolly Barton. Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. So that is that for today. So there's the first one we were working on. That's Crobat. Crobat, who we have named, what was it? Bunathan Bat? Bunathan Bat. Bunathan Bat is very stable and likes to be upright because there is a rock in his booty. Yeah, okay, so let's do the rest of the reveals. So the other options, oh, there's a can line of sheep on my screen. That's cute. It did a thing, and now I don't know what I did, and now I'm worried about it. There's only one sprite on the screen, right? Because there's 2. Oh no. Yes? Okay. Never mind. Something went weird. We're okay though. Alright, so your other options for Pokemon who have been mistaken for the Easter Bunny.
Only one sprite on screen.
No, there's two. Stantler. Because look at that fine big bunny tail and those two little bunny ears. You can't tell me that a silhouette of this creature isn't like, hang on, is that a bunny? And then number 3 was Elekid. Look at those bunny ears. Bunny boy. It's just like if you saw a silhouette, you would think it was a bunny too. So those were the other options for today. Now we have just one other thing to address here. And that is on the Just One More board, and that is we have accidentally kind of chipped away some of our Just One More options across the way. So we've done number 1. I just want to give you guys some closure for it here, and we've done number 2. And I think we've done number 7 as well, we have. So I just wanted to catch this board up as well. We have not done 3, 4, 5, or 8 as far as I know. But I wanted to catch that board up so that should we ever need to use it again, we actually have... We're like it's up to date. We're not just picking dupes. So I wanted to catch that one up. Let's save that and goodbye. Right, so questionable. I don't think so. Just One More, that's a new feature. Yeah, we have the Just One More board, which we haven't really gotten to use very much, but I just put a bunch of little really easy little ones on there and it just sort of hasn't come up again. But it's something I'll probably carry into future gens where any that look like they can take just an hour or so to tack on to the end of stream if we've done a really complicated one. But yeah, that is where we're going to call it today. So thank you to everybody who took the time to hang out. It's been lovely to see you all. I'm sorry we missed last week, but we are back to weekly now, or we should be. What was the explanation for Flaaffy being the Easter Bunny? I was just Flaaffy looks like the Easter Bunny. He's got a little... Oh, you can't see my screen. It's got a little tail at the end of it that looks like a little bauble if it's folded up right, and it's got like a little chest. Have you ever seen Bambi? Like the lady bunny has like the chest fluffs and the little fluffy head and the little fluffy ears. It's just Flaaffy looks like Flaaffy is Easter coded, right? Anyway, we're calling the stream. Stop questioning me. And I'll see you guys next week. Okay, happy time zone. Oh, no video on Thursday. No video on Thursday. Just that's the last thing I'm gonna say. No video. Okay. Bye. It looks like it's pooping out the eye.